Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, two of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder.
All right, welcome in to Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder on the Woodward Sports Network. We've got a great show for you guys lined up here. The Detroit Lions pregame show here over at Woodward Nights tonight. We're ready to go.
Dude.
Big weekend.
And you know who we got.
We've got JB today. JB, what's up, baby? How we feeling?
This man deserves all the intro.
What's up, fellas? A little tired, but I'm here. There's no place I would rather be than right here with you guys.
I love when we have JB on the show. We've had him a couple times in the sound booth, never in the TV booth, I don't think.
JB's a grinder.
He's a dog. I love having JB in the studio. We've got Nick over in the sound booth as always as well. Nick, how are we feeling today?
You know what it is. We are the Friday night show to kick your weekend off right. I'm so glad you guys are joining us. We have a stacked show for you guys. Let's have some fun. Kick the weekend off right. Let's go.
Broder, how was Allen Park?
I wasn't there today.
You were not?
Yeah, that's why the mustache question went to someone else. I missed my chance. I don't have the video of the mustache question,
okay. But Dan Campbell today did prop out another beat reporter about his mustache.
There's the one day I'm not there. Come on, guys.
As soon as I saw that, man, my heart dropped, and I was like, "Was that Broder?"
That would be funny.
And I messaged you, and you were like, "Nope, not me."
Not me.
I'm sorry, man.
No, it's all good. But I saw the Dan Campbell press conference. They're ready to go. We've been talking about the Lions all week. We got one more. This is our pregame show. Getting ready for Chicago Bears Part 2 in Chicago on Sunday. This is a big game for both teams, and I'm excited to talk about it.
We almost, I don't know, should I kind of say who we almost had on? Should I throw that out there?
No.
Okay, I wouldn't do that.
I was like, we almost had someone.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift was almost on.
Everyone say Taylor Swift a couple times.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Travis Kelce. Oh, my God.
Oh, wow. Who else is really big right now?
Jay-Z, Beyonce.
Jay-Z, Beyonce,
Tate
Drake,
McRae.
Shohei Ohtani.
React.
Shohei Ohtani.
Dude, he might end up in Detroit, maybe.
He may. So, okay, I got duped today, fellas. I got duped bad.
No way. That one post?
I got
Stop
duped
it.
bad. I read the post, and it said Shohei Ohtani is confirmed leaving Toronto right now. He's hopping in a car to Detroit, and he's expected to go to Detroit and possibly sign with the Detroit Tigers. And I was like, there's no way. My heart dropped, and I was like, oh, the Detroit Tigers, like, they're going to the World Series next year.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
And I played myself.
Yeah.
And it was very brutal. But he was in Toronto. He's like on a world tour right now.
It's looking like he's going to sign with Toronto, with the Blue Jays. He apparently is making a stop in Detroit since Toronto's so close.
Might as well.
But
come check
I don't know if we
out.
should be so optimistic. Maybe Kenta Maeda, which is part of the reason opening up the Japanese pipeline with the newest edition, Kenta Maeda. But I don't know if Shohei's... It's hard to say you don't want Shohei, but you know it's going to cost $600-700 million.
It's a lot of money.
That means you get your hot and readies for about $8, $9.
The hot and readies will go up with the Detroit Tigers.
Let's be real. It's going to be like $10.
Yeah.
Not our money, fellas. Not our money.
No, I know.
The Illiches, man, you're gonna spend some money. Let's go. Let's start spending. I had someone in here said people are kind of going at me a little bit because I got duped. I don't get duped a lot. Typically, I'm the one in like these chats and stuff when people put, like, I know Brady put something a month ago and he was like, oh my gosh, this is happening. I'm like, that's butt crack sports, bro.
Yeah.
Like, usually I'm the one that's stopping it. I got duped today, and I will admit it. It happened.
Also, good point, Yazin. He's not pitching next year, so you're going to pay a lot of money for just a hitter, which he's still arguably.
Is that
confirmed?
confirmed?
Tommy John.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's got to take probably a year off.
They did
but
say
he'll be
he's
able to
going to
hit.
be cheaper. Like, if he didn't have that, I did read something that said if
Definitely.
he didn't have that injury, he was going to get like an even bigger bag. Since he got hurt, they know that his pitching could go down as well. So maybe he's going to get a little cheaper of a deal.
Definitely.
So that's kind of a positive there.
The guy to look out for is Yamamoto. He is the key guy coming across to the U.S. Tigers need to get him. He's 25 years old, stud pitcher.
Stud.
Someone actually just signed. I don't know. It was a tough name. I can't pronounce it. I'll have to go back and find it.
Pistons are looking good.
Yeah, I mean, no, the Pistons, they're going for 19 straight losses today. I've already said this and stated this, and I've a Booner statement. I've put it out there. I want the Pistons to go lose as many straight as you can at this point. Go 2 for 80.
No.
Go sell the team.
Why?
Put pressure on Tom Gores. Something has to.
That's a loser attitude.
No, something has to flip. They're playing the Magic right now. The Magic, they started their rebuild when Troy Weaver started his rebuild. And the Magic are what, 3rd or 4th in the East right now, and they're beating the Pistons by 15? I mean, what are we doing here?
Also traded Vucevic for a lottery pick that turned into Franz Wagner, if I'm not mistaken.
Arguably their second best
They
player.
literally started their rebuild at the same time or around the same time as Troy Weaver. And we are still dead last in the NBA on an 18-game win streak, or losing streak, and they're 3rd in the East right now, and they're competing. They have a legit basketball team. Why could Troy Weaver not do that? Why is it always, let's wait till next year, let's wait till next year, let's wait till next year? They're not waiting till next year. They've drafted their young core. They've built a great young core.
Yeah. I'm not saying wait till next year. We're going 2-80 doesn't solve anything.
Go 2-80. Maybe you'll put some pressure on the people who haven't. Dude,
We need them to learn. We need them to learn how to win. They need to learn how to win.
Learn how to win? What does that mean?
It's been 4 years learning how to
learning how to
win.
win.
Some of these guys have been playing bad. Dude, there's 18 straight losses. You have not heard from your owner. At what point is it, hey, owner, where are you at? Maybe you should make a statement after your team's lost 18 straight losses.
I'm not saying you're wrong there.
Imagine if in a real business, if you had 18 straight months or 18 straight weeks of not bringing in any money. Every single quarter that comes in, they're like, hey, more losses.
The shareholders fire your CEO.
Yeah, things are just going to start happening. It's like, okay, at some point, the top has to say, we're either going to go out of business or we need to change something.
The thing is, the shareholders also the CEO.
They're probably going to lose so much money this year, people not going to games. The only money they're making is people like Nick, who's already paid for his season tickets.
That was a low blow, Boone.
That
was
was,
a low
man.
blow.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm trying to sell every single game. I'm not obviously taking any nights off anymore for Woodward Nights. Let's go.
Yeah, I did get out of my season tickets, though. I had them 6 months ago. I had a feeling something like this was going to happen, and I called them and said, hey, can I cancel them? And they were like, they've called me 100 times to re-up.
Seriously.
They
And I'm
do
not
it.
saying don't listen to us tonight, but if you get home, you're doing something else. Neil Rule,
Go listen to them.
the voice of Neil Rule, is on the call tonight with Rick Mahorn over on the Pistons Radio Network, 97.1. Neil's great. Neil is great.
The
So
golden voice.
come on, I'm supporting Neil.
You go listen
I
to
know,
Neil.
I'm
You
supporting
go
Neil.
listen to Neil right now.
Dude, he's-
After us, listen to Neil.
Yeah.
I'm not going to. So quit
I
asking.
appreciate it. Moreno said, Booner, what is your favorite cheese? I don't know.
Swiss.
Munster.
Insurance.
Swiss. Insurance. Love it. All right, next thing here we have. I'll go over the show rundown real quick.
Tell 'em.
And we'll get back into kind of our trending topics. 8:15. We are going to get into the Lions injury report. I read the first one.
I know what you're pausing on.
Yeah, I read the first one on here. We're going to get into the Lions injury report. Dan Campbell spoke with the media. I have a couple clips for you guys on that. He brought up the defense today. People started asking him about the defense, and I think what he had to say was a little, you could say encouraging a little bit, but there were some answers to that. He also talked about the defensive line, too, who's going to be playing on Sunday. 8:30, as always, on Fridays at 8:30, we go over our keys to victory. We each bring 3 keys to victory. We have those for you guys. 8:45, we're going to talk about the matchup. Lions offense versus Bears defense, vice versa.
Lions fans!
9 o'clock. I'm actually looking over here in the room over there. Hollywood. Jeff Ifrady is in the building. He will be joining us at 9 o'clock.
Thanks for getting me hard, JB.
Maybe 9:15. It's like a guest picker for college game day.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll sit there and he'll pick some
It's going to be
games
great.
with
There's
us.
going to be the second best mustache of the network in the sound booth, the second best hair of the network in the Maz chair.
Well,
Just a
I have
phenomenal
the first
show.
best hair.
Broder, don't start.
This fucking guy.
Yeah, here we go. Hey, 9:30, we're going to talk about which players need to step up for Sunday and for the Lions to kind of win that game and pretty handedly. We're going to see who's going to step up. 9:40, we're going to give our predictions. At some point, we may open the phone lines a little bit too.
Maybe.
To get some game predictions as well. So if you guys called in yesterday and we didn't get to you, just be ready today. We might open up the phones again.
LFG says, Juicy Jeff, MVP.
MVP?
It's a bee joke.
Oh, that's
Bees.
a good one. Okay.
Yeah.
I
When he's
like
on the
that.
show with Booner and Broder, there's bees all over the place.
There's bees
All right.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Bees
Better watch
everywhere.
out.
He's looking in here right now. He's a little scared. He's actually just fixing his
He
hair.
literally is fixing his hair. That's
Oh
funny.
man! All right,
I'm excited for this show.
hit us with this one, this Tom Brady thing, and then I have 2 videos for us before the break. Hit us with this Tom Brady
Yes.
stuff.
So you guys know every couple of days I bring some of my trading cards out and put them in front. I'm a collector, a sports card collector. Bowman, which is one of the main trading card companies. Actually,
Alex Bowman.
What?
Alex Bowman.
Not Alex Bowman.
NASCAR driver.
Topps. Bowman's like a sub. I'm not going to go into the whole card thing, but Topps. Topps is releasing on December 12th. 12/12. Remember that. Tom Brady rookie Montreal Expo cards.
That is unbelievable.
Yes. So Tom Brady, he was drafted by the Expos out of high school back in 1995. Decided to go to Michigan, play quarterback. Decided to be drafted. Pick 199. The GOAT, greatest of all time. The rest is history. So, Topps, which is now owned by Fanatics, Michael Rubin, former Philadelphia 76ers owner, they're coming out with these Expos autos. And the ones that are on the screen right now, there's a 1/1 on the far left with a Tom Brady autograph. The one in the middle that one is number 12 out of 25. So they're.
How do I get my hands on one of these?
We'll talk cards more in depth in the future, but he signs this one. Allons Expos, or Let's Go Expos in French. That's the one in the middle, 12 out of 25. And then the last one, 12 out of 50, Brady wrote, if baseball doesn't work out, there's always football. So these are like 3 of the cards that
he only
everyone.
has one autographed one on the left.
Yeah, that's 1 of 1.
Well, those are all technically autographs, but he added the special, like the extra stuff on the other ones, just to spice it up a little bit. But the desired one is the 1/1 that no one else can ever have.
So how do we get all of these?
On December 12th, so next Tuesday, number 12, Tom Brady, number 12, they release them. It's called the Bowman Draft, like set of cards. You got to go buy them or order them online, and you just got to start ripping open packs.
How many packs? How much are a pack?
I don't know. I haven't checked the cost of everything. I don't actually rip open a lot of stuff often because it's kind of it's gambling, but you probably have worse odds. Like there's only 81 total Tom Brady cards in the set. There's only 3 of these. So everyone's chasing these because they're unique, because it's Tom Brady, because he's in an Expos uniform.
Yeah.
But now it's they want the.
Could you get me a couple packs?
I could try, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
It'd be cool if we open them up on
Live on
Wait
air.
a minute, I want some too.
Yeah, I would love to buy a couple, please.
Broder, question to you.
Yeah.
Is it going to take
$50 million.
to get that card?
If someone else opens it first,
What
like to
if
buy
I
it off
got
of them.
on the
Yeah.
air? One of Booner packs was the 1/1, and I just became a millionaire in front of all of you guys.
I bet you it would be $1 million.
we would have to
if
like
not
shut the
more.
show down and leave because people would probably show up here ready to destroy us.
Yes, that's why I don't bring my cards every single night, because I don't want people to think like I have cards here, and I don't ever really bring expensive
You
ones.
only bring 2 or 3 every single. And
Right.
every time I've asked you if there's like an expensive one, you're like, no.
These are probably the best set that I have. The best 4 was we got Derek Jeter from Kalamazoo College. This is his rookie card, one of his rookie cards. We got Mike Tyson, Carmelo Anthony rookie, and what was the other one I had? And Amon-Ra St. Brown for tomorrow, because he's gonna have a big game.
I love it.
As
What-
Amon-Ra.
What are those priced at, Broder?
They're
Do you have
all
a rough
different.
estimate?
They,
Or do
they're
you
all
not
over
want
the
to say
place.
on
Yeah,
air?
I don't want to
Yeah,
say here.
well, that's it.
Little in
But
too
I just
deep.
thought it was cool that Tom Brady, like, I started
is a
seeing this
sick
pop up
thing.
yesterday. I thought it was a cool little story. Woodward breaks, get good dad.
Woodward breaks.
My guy.
Well, maybe we'll do a segment in the future doing that.
Trying to get a close up of
Actually,
them
that
real
Barry
quick.
card, yeah.
Oh, look at that, JB.
Oh, come on.
look
Look at that.
Who's the basketball
Legend.
Here
player?
we go. Jeter.
Who's the basketball player?
Carmelo.
Okay. I
Nice
saw
job.
UNC. I
Melo,
didn't know
Mike
who it was.
Tyson, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Mike Tyson,
Tyson.
Derek Jeter.
I like that
Oh, there
mellow
we go.
one. That mellow one's nice.
That is sick.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
one of his rookie cards
That is really
and
sick.
his Nuggets. So yeah, I know we got a few other things to get to. Feel free, maybe in mailbag. Feel free to
Mailbag,
throw
we'll
in some
talk
card
about it in
questions.
mailbag. Couple more things here I have real quick before we go to break. Sam Laporta, did you guys see the rumor? He's dating Taylor Swift.
Oh Lord.
Jay,
No,
you want to throw that video up there? The Sam Laporta, Taylor
Jeez.
Swift, Travis Kelce one?
Here we go.
This is great.
True or false? Taylor Swift is dating the tight end with the most touchdowns in the NFL this season. Taylor Swift is not dating Sam Laporta.
Did you guys see that?
Dude,
Did you guys? And that was the Detroit Lions social team that put that out on TikTok.
did it really?
That was Detroit Lions.
Did it blow up?
Everyone on Twitter and everyone was like, W for the Detroit Lions. social
Let
team
him
on
cook.
that one. I thought that was great.
Wow.
What a good video.
He does. Taylor Swift is not dating the
Sure.
leading tight end touchdown catcher in the league.
She is not dating the best tight end in the NFL. That is a Sam Laporta.
That is
Side
factual.
note,
That is factual.
the more I think about Sam Laporta, the more I see Travis Kelce in him. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Hey yo.
George Kittle.
The way he runs routes, dude, and we'll talk more Sam Laporta, but the way he can run routes.
We should do a film breakdown next week about Sam Laporta.
Yes.
We'll find a way to maybe do not actual, we can't play the film, but do this. Last thing I want to play here, because we're going to have to go to break here. I'm sorry.
No, I love it.
If you guys want to know how my brain works when we talk about the show, you guys are seeing Booner mind at work right there. It is an incredible thing. The Booner mind is an incredible. Ask a lot of, it's incredible. All right.
Also, when you see him talk and his eyes go up here.
I'm everywhere. I'm a special specimen, as they say.
Yes.
Last video here. Panay Sewell. I played the one yesterday of him before the game. Doing all that, and it was awesome. But this week, he's actually the Chicago Bears. His brother is on the Chicago Bears. Last week, on the Saints, his brother was on the New Orleans Saints. Mm-hmm. Here's a video of Panay Sewell.
Oh, this is good.
After the game, speaking with his brother, and these brothers, Panay Sewell, he might be one of my favorite. He might be my favorite player on the Lions right now. I love this man.
Oh yeah, we mic'd up. Let's say what's up to mom and dad. Mom and dad.
Hi, Mom and Dad.
Love you.
You can come back on the field unless you want us to come to the visitor side over there.
No, I can come back on the field.
Yeah. Hey, go shower your sneaky ass real quick. Don't do it bad.
I will. Hey, bro, cut that out. I'm not stinky.
I'm not stinky. Cut that out.
Penny definitely got the genes. Penny is huge.
Compared to his brothers, dude.
I know. But it's also, he's fun. He's everything you could want in a cornerstone player, an offensive lineman. He's tough, dude. That was his light side. You see some of the other sights and sounds of the game.
He knows when to click and turn it on.
Dude, he is a animal.
I go back to that one video after the Chargers game all the time where it's after he just went up against Joey Bosa and the other dude Khalil Mack, and he just was like, I'm a man amongst boys out there, and he just went up against two of the best pass rushers in the NFL. Unbelievable. That man is different.
22?
Panay?
23.
He was on the under 24 list. All right, let's hit break. When we come back, we're going to get into a few things here in regards to this injury updates. There's a few announcements today. Dan Campbell spoke about the defensive line. We're going to get into some of those videos. But let me tell you guys about Lady Jane's. Come over to Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience. Register to win a trip of your dreams and all expenses paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament. That is right. No expenses spared for you and 5 of your best buds. You can take all of us here in the room if you want. Me, JB, Broder, Nick. Take us. Bring us to the game with you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It is wicked awesome.
Calling all landscapers. This is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like to landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? And even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. Whether you landscape for your job or landscape for fun, get all your equipment from Outdoor Equip Co., the official equipment provider of Woodward Sports. Michigan grown, family owned. OutdoorEquipCo.com.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Join Woodward Sports and Long Drink live every home game at Eastern Market Shed number 5 for the official Lions VIP tailgate party. You can come hang out with your friends here at Woodward Sports and a bunch of other Lions fans. 1 o'clock game, the tailgate usually starts at 9:30. We got food, we got drinks, we got entertainment, all included. Just buy your ticket right above at bullseyeeventgroup.com.
All right, welcome back into Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder on the Woodward Sports YouTube channel, woodwardsports.com, whatever you're watching on. If you guys haven't yet, hit that like button for us as you come into the show. Let's get those likes up. Let's get above 50 here, heading into the 8:30 kind of slot here. But
look at you gifted a membership to Vincent Ellison too.
Every once in a while, I'll just do one or two here and there. Just to
I love it in that like
show that
this first 15, 20 minutes. All the people here, oh geez, I know you guys.
We've got, and
Yes.
I feel like every show says this. And JB, I know you're on a bunch of shows as well, so you probably hear this all the time.
What's
we do
that?
have a great chat at night. We have a lot. We have a
It's
group
true.
that is always here. We have
In the nighttime.
in the nighttime. People
Active.
love it.
And they debate, but it's not like negative, you're dumb take, bad take. It's no, AG's got to figure
And
it out. Yeah.
The best part about it all is a lot of people in this chat and who follow Woodward Nights. You guys are a part of the Booner Path as well.
yeah.
And the
here
best
we
thing,
go.
the best thing about it, JB, is these people in the chat, they go to other shows and talk about the Booner Path.
I see it.
That's how
It's
you spread
spreading.
the wealth there. You have to spread it on other shows.
It's like COVID.
You're just waiting for other shows. Once they start,
Chill, Rudy Gobert.
Broder over here spreading.
I'm in
shit.
front of a mic.
Oh my
Yikes.
gosh. All right, here, let's hit it.
Hit it.
Let's get into this. Detroit Lions versus Chicago Bears. Lions, obviously, last time beat the Bears. I think it was like 31-28 the last game. I could get that wrong there. But heading into Chicago this time, there was some injury updates today. Guys have gotten ruled out. And I think, JB, did I throw the injury up thing in there? I can't remember. Okay, yes, I threw this one then. This is perfect. So Hendon Hooker officially out. Sorry, all of you people who want Hendon Hooker to start playing over Jared Goff. He is out on Sunday. Frank Ragnow has been listed as out officially. Malcolm Rodriguez actually questionable. And I think he spoke about him at the very beginning today a little bit, Malcolm, in saying that he may be able to go, and he's been still getting reps on both sides, even being questionable. And then obviously the biggest one here to me, I think, Alex Anzalone.
Yeah.
Full go. He is ready to go. No limit, no restrictions, nothing. He is a full go.
Talk about a warrior. Talk about Thor. Like
Yes.
I say that as a joke, but to be able to recover from this, literally got a screw in his hand less than a week ago. He seems maybe not 100% technically, but Dan Campbell's like, there's going to be no restrictions. Like
If Alex
the dude
Anzalone
is
is a
incredible.
go, he's a go. He's full.
Yeah, and
That's
this
how
is
I believe that.
And we'll get into it, but this is a really big game to have Alex Anzalone when you think about Cole Kmet, you think about Justin Fields and what they can do sort of off the fly when things break down. Alex Anzalone is super important.
He's bad boy for life. He is the heart of that defense. I don't know what that said.
I think it was
He's a bad boy for
by Puff
life.
Daddy.
Yeah. He's
Back when
coming.
he was called Puff Daddy.
In my ear, that just went like, I was like, what is that? Hey, shout out real quick, Vincent
Yes.
Ellison the second in our chat. He gifted $15. Said, love you guys. Appreciate you a ton, Vincent. Hopefully you keep tuning back in here with us. We appreciate you a ton for the support.
That Frank Ragnow injury, that's definitely the biggest one to deal with. And I'm surprised that Malcolm Rodriguez is questionable. Remember, he was questionable on Wednesday, and I was like, he was out there practicing. He said limited practice today. He looked good.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised, but I think Frank Ragnow's out. I think they're playing this concert. Like, this might be part of the strategy. I haven't heard this from anybody.
I said that yesterday, though.
Yeah.
I think that you just hold him, like, you can win this game without him. And I truly believe that.
I actually didn't even think about it from a fullback perspective, but when you think with the emergence of, we've seen something out of Jalen Reeves-Maybin last week that I don't think many people knew he had those types of abilities. Now, there's a lot of faith in this linebacker room, and Dan Campbell's talked all year about the depth in that room. So losing Malcolm, it's not a huge loss for that defensive linebacker core. We'll see if it makes much of a difference on offense.
I'm interested in that.
Yeah.
The Rodrigo stuff.
Yeah.
I think he ends up playing.
I have he's one of those. I think
The
so
way
too.
Dan talked about it today, it was like right to open. You kind of missed the question. It was cut off. They went live like 10 seconds too late. I think they were talking about Rodrigo, and he said it sounded like this week he was still getting, even limited practice, he was still getting reps on both sides at points. So it sounds like he might be a go.
It's one of those where we talked about the benefit of him being able to play three different positions and what that can do to your roster creation, your roster creation, your roster
build.
How roster build. There we go. This is where there's a little bit of a downside. He's got three roles. Now, if he's out, that's three roles that he can't play, and you got to have other guys fill in. So
Trevor Nowatzki, let's go, baby.
that's one,
Yeah.
especially on special teams. Trevor Nowaski keeps getting praise. Kendall Vildor, the cornerback they just brought up to the active roster, he's one too. He said he might be even getting some snaps, game snaps against the Bears, who he used to play for.
And as a defense as a whole, I think having Alex Anzalone back, because I don't know if you guys remember last week when this injury initially happened after the that Packers game, the Thanksgiving. It was like, okay, this seems like it might be a long-term thing. Obviously, I think a lot of people had that conversation, like, will he be a 2 or 3 game thing? Is it an IR? Like, what's going on? Because it seemed out of nowhere, and it seemed like the way that they were talking about it, it made it seem bad. And I thought personally, I was like, he's going to be out at least minimum the Bears game. And he had the 10 days off. He just got surgery last Sunday, and he's already back. Like, he is a warrior, and I think that shows kind of to the point to where all year long, he has been that Pro Bowl player. And it feels like to me that he is like, he knows that he's going to be able to have a shot at the Pro Bowl. He knows he can help lead this defense. And I think he knows that like how important he is to this defense as a whole and to keep kind of the things going. And we spoke about this a handful of times, is at some point this Lions defense needs to turn it around before the playoffs. And it doesn't have to be a top 5 defense. They just have to get like to a point to where they can support that offense consistently. That's where I'm like, I think Anzo sat back and he's like, watched the Saints game from his couch and goes, I need to get back. We're going to fix this. And Dan Campbell, and I have a video here I want to play for you guys. Dan Campbell talked about how motivated this defense is today. And that was kind of, to me, it helped me out a little bit to have faith in this defense, knowing that they're doing everything in their power to get things back. And if you look at it from last year to this year, Broder, AG did talk about it. They have gotten better technically.
They have, yeah.
Stats-wise, rankings, everything, they've gotten better.
The expectations we have on them have also gotten
when you start
bigger.
Yeah, when you start the year a top 5 defense in every category for the first 4 or 5 games, expectations switch very fast.
Yeah.
And then when you drop off and you fall all the way down to 14th, that's when it's like, oh, whoa. But you know they can still get up to that. And we do have this video here of Dan Campbell talking about the motivation of these guys and what they kind of need to do going forward. So just listen to Dan now.
Yeah, look, they're highly motivated. Highly, all right? I mean, we got professionals over here, and they're hard workers, and they want to clean up these little issues. But I go back to this last week. We played pretty damn good on first, second down. Third down has got to be our money down. I mean, we had 5 of those, 3rd and longs, 3rd and 9 pluses. We got to get off the field. There's no way. And those are our own errors. And I would say that has not been characteristic of us. And so I have full confidence we'll clean those up. But, man, that's the way we got to play. And you just bang away. And they may get some yardage. They may move it a little bit. But at some point, we're going to get them in 3rd down. And that's where we got to make our hay. That is where we got to show up. And keep them out of the tight red. Keep them in the high red. Force field goals. When we do things right across the board, we're pretty damn good. But we also know where we're at on defense. Everybody's got to do their job. Everybody's got to do their job. When one guy misses an assignment or fundamentally he's not doing what he's supposed to do, it puts an enormous strain on our guys. It just does. So, but we can and we have. We've done that. We've shown it.
All right, you guys heard Dan there kind of talk about that these guys are motivated. And in the very end there, the last 4 or 5 words, as we have done it, or we can do it, and we have done it. And I think that's something we all need to look at here, is there is still that chance this defense can turn things around. I'm not guaranteeing that they turn things around and they get back to that level that they've played at times, but knowing that, dude, they're doing everything in their power to figure this thing out, because they know that these windows of competing and contending in the NFL, it could go away. We don't know how long it is, and I think they kind of have that feeling a little bit.
Booner, can I ask you this?
No. I'm just kidding. Yeah, you can.
Does that make you feel better about the defense, that they're trying everything they can and it's not working out? Yeah, I'm playing devil's advocate. Look, you want them to try everything. You want them to put whatever they can out there in front of the opposing offensive line, but I don't know if, you know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. It's like, hey, if they're doing everything they can, they just might not be good enough.
Right.
But
yeah, that's
the reason why I don't feel that way is because we've seen them be good enough.
Yeah.
And I just keep going back to that. And that's why, like, the arguments that I have sometimes with, I've had in the past with Easy with the AG thing, is these guys have been good enough. That AG's put the defense out there. He's schemed it. He's shown that he can do all of these things. It's just like there's times now the last 3 or 4 weeks to where you've seen like the worst of the defense.
Yes.
And it's like great defenses and great DCs and great teams. You don't have that many slip-ups. And that's kind of where I think they know that, and that's why they're putting everything they have into it.
And Dan Campbell talked about, I forget the exact words he used, but he's basically talking about putting together a complete football game. And I also think like the defense in itself as its own unit needs to put together a complete football game, all 3 levels, defensive line or front 7, linebackers, and secondary. So
these guys say
all
that
gotta
too.
come together. Yeah,
Like you
Aiden
literally
Hutchinson
sat there yesterday, and Aiden Hutchinson had that, or 2 days ago, and literally goes, like, what's one good thing about this defense? And the good thing that he pulled out was we played good only half of the game.
Yeah.
And that's a bad thing. And that was a good thing he used. So they know it. They know what they need to fix.
But while we talk about putting together a complete football team or putting together a complete game, what's another way of saying that?
Adjustments? I'm just
No,
kidding. That was the yesterday conversation.
What that means is the Lions still have room for improvement.
Oh,
like
yeah.
they're 9-3 right now. The offense is buzzing. The defense is a little inconsistent, but they haven't played a complete game yet. They haven't played their best game on defense yet. I don't think they played their best game on offense yet. To have that and to still be 9-3, that gives me optimism. That's why these next 5 games, regardless, the playoff seed, the seeds and everything, that's huge. But I think just getting this defense right for the playoffs, they need to get in, but getting this defense right, I think this is a big 5 weeks. It's huge.
It is. Let's go to break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the keys to victories here. We talk about this every Friday. We go over them. I'm sure you guys already know one of mine because I'm not going away from it going forward, because when I went away from it, the Detroit Lions lost. Let me tell you guys, though, first, before I tell you about Big Boy, real quick, the Lions pregame show, it is this Sunday. Make sure you guys tune into that. It's Jeff Frady. It is Booner. I will be up there. A couple different people will be walking in and out here. That is 9:30 to 11:30 on Sunday. And then Big Boy. Big Boy, yeah, baby. Let's go, Big Boy. Let me tell you about it. Wintertime in Detroit is always better with Comfort Foods. Make sure you guys check it out. They have the veal parmesan, the new Southern Comfort chicken bowl. And if you want some breakfast, the stuffed potato pancakes are back. The classic lumberjack or the Santa Fe garden. Also, new apple pie hotcakes. They are too good to miss. Top it all off with the new gingerbread shake for dessert. Make sure you stop over by your local Big Boy.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, September 13th.
Join now at any Metro Detroit location. Hurry, offer ends soon.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, 2 of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand, you offer more products to more people, and that's exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. They still offer the same great customer support and trust that all their customers have come to know and love. They're on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile Road. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today. Find the brand you want at lesstanford.com.
All right, welcome into Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder on the Woodward Sports Network. Appreciate you guys locking in here. This is our Woodward Nights Lions pregame show, basically.
That score is terrible.
The score is 75-51, the Magic.
Shut your mouth.
This is bad,
Unbelievable.
guys.
Jesus.
JB, can we agree Tom Gores needs to either sell the team or say something?
I definitely think he needs to say something. I won't say sell the team, but because we have some core players here that I really do like, and I really see like a future with this team, but you need to address what's going on with the whole entire fan base, because everyone is just looking at you like you're just disappointing. You're not doing anything. You're just sitting back, letting these guys play out and waste the beginning of their early career for some of these young players while you're just sitting here throwing out performance acts at LCA of people we don't really care about. I'm sorry I had to say that, but yeah, it is what it is. I don't
Jimmy,
like that.
You're right. I feel bad, especially for some of these young. Cade Cunningham, I feel so bad. He deserves way much better, or way more than just what's happening here. Killian, I saw him sit down there. Don't feel bad for him. All right, let's get into this. Keys to victories: Lions versus the Chicago Bears. Broder, do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
Well, everyone knows your first one. No, they don't. Go first. I'll go first.
All right. They know your first one, too.
Yeah, this is actually, I used the exact same one as last week, and I think it's just as important, if not more important. Lions need to score first.
Set the tone.
Set the tone. Scoring first puts them in so much control in their game plan, doing what they want to do. It allows them to open up the entire playbook while starting with pounding that running game. David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs, as long as they get ahead, I think those two are going to have monster days. So I say score first, control that game.
You know what? I like that, set the tone. You know what I would rather have them do, to be honest?
What?
I would rather have them defer the ball to the second half, get a 3 and out, give your defense some confidence to start the game right away, and then go score first. I still want them to score first to set the tone, but what I want is I want them to get a stop and then score first.
Are you saying that because they haven't done that in the past? So make a statement?
Like, if you win the coin toss, show your defense you're confident and that you've had a good week of practice and you feel like they can get the job done. Let them know we're going out there and getting a 3 and out right away. Get the offense the ball back so they can set the tone, score first, and we start off 7-0 or 7-0, and they already had the ball once, and they're really on their heels. Because if you get a stop on defense and then you score, that's different from just getting the ball and scoring.
Oh, 100%.
Like, yeah, you're on your heels a little bit if you just get the ball and score. But if you get a stop, if you can't score on offense and then you give up a touchdown, that is heartbreaking to start a game. That really sets the tone in the game.
Booner, one question to you from the booth real quick, Broder. Do you have faith in this defense, though, if Justin Fields gets the ball to start? Isn't it just like same old,
what
or
did
like
you do
not same old
last
Lions,
time
but
you played them? The last 3 possessions that you played versus the Bears.
I'm saying if you give Justin Fields the ball to start the game and he goes down and scores a touchdown, that also just completely deflates everything that's been going on the last 4 weeks.
No, I know, I'm with you, but what did what did the Detroit Lions do the last 3 possessions versus Chicago Bears to end that game? They had a safety, they forced a punt, and they ended up getting a huge stop to force a field goal to keep the Lions in that game. So right now, right away, I don't trust them. Yes, they've struggled the last 4 games, but those last 3 possessions versus the Bears, this is where you kind of start getting your team's confidence back a little bit.
Yeah, and that's a good question to ask, Nick, because if you, and I'm going to try to phrase this in a way, I'm going to turn it around a little bit from a coaching perspective, a mentality perspective. Do you think doing that, or do you think them taking the ball, while some may see it as a statement of confidence in your offense, do you think that coming from Dan Campbell would the defense takes that as lack of confidence? Are you worried about that? If they were to get the ball first, want to make a statement. I'm just throwing a hypothetical at you.
No, because like I think when you say, hey, we need to get a stop first, I think Dan Campbell walks up to those 11 guys and he looks them all dead in the eyes and says that. Now, if you get the ball first, you go score a touchdown and you go up to your defense. And this is like as a coach. Yeah. I was in coaching for so long. As a coach, you find ways to motivate in different situations. So in that scenario, if you go down and you give the ball to the offense first, they score a touchdown, then you go up to your defense and say, listen, we just set the tone. You guys go out there and finish it. Go get a stop, get us the ball back, and we'll go score again.
So the risk versus reward.
We have trust in you guys.
The risk that Nick brought up of, do you trust your defense? You're risking Justin Fields scoring or them doing something right out of the bat.
I think it's a better, more reward if they get the stop.
If you stop them, that could change. That could change the trajectory of your season if it pumps that confidence.
It's crazy. That does sound crazy, but I see what you're saying.
But that's the path.
Yeah, Booner path.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Interesting. So that's a nice little sub conversation. What's your number one?
Number one, at the end of the day, this is going to be my number one going forward. And I got off of it for a couple weeks, and the Lions struggled on defense. This is part of the Booner path. This is at the top of it. Winning the turnover battle. The last time the Detroit Lions 2 weeks ago played the Chicago Bears forced 4 turnovers. The Detroit Lions only forced 1. You lost it by 3 total. You cannot do that. That is the sole reason to me why the Detroit Lions weren't even in the game for a while versus Chicago Bears. That's why they were down 2 scores going into the last 3 minutes, is because you had 4 turnovers to their 1 turnover. You gave them those 3 extra possessions, which equated to some points as well. You put yourself in a hole. This game right here, and I told you before the show, Broder, I wanted to figure out the stat that's like in the whole NFL, who wins the turnover battle, what their record is.
Yeah.
Because I think it would be at like 80%. I think if you win the turnover battle in the NFL, it has to be like a win percentage of like 70 or 80.
Yeah.
And I think that's the sole focus today. You take care of the ball. Jared Goff knows that. He did it last week, and you won the game. Even when you gave up 28 points, you still won the game because you didn't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
When you don't turn the ball over, and you don't give up 28 points,
Dubs.
you win by multiple touchdowns.
Couldn't have said it any better myself. I'm not even going to add anything. I'm going to tell you what my second key is.
All right.
And that's saying that the offensive line must dominate without Frank Ragnow. I think they got to play their best game as a unit in this one.
Love it.
Now, I don't think this is the most important game in the entire season, but I think this, like Jack Campbell getting the nod last week while Alex Anzalone was out, whether it's Colby Sorsdale or we see some Dan Skipper in there at guard, I think this is a confidence booster for especially a guy like Colby Sorsdale being thrown into the fire against the league's top rush defense, a much improved defensive line with the addition of Montez Sweat. This could be one of those that builds confidence. Granted, it could go the
Colby
opposite
isn't
direction.
Playing, correct?
Colby Sorsdale's playing. We don't know if he's starting.
Who is he in for?
Ragnow. Graham Glasgow moves to center.
Yes,
yeah,
Graham.
you're good.
Okay, I apologize.
No problem. I actually think we're going to see more Dan Skipper. I don't know about more than Colby or whatever, but I think
forgot about Big V.
Yeah.
That's on me.
That's what. Are we so glad that they went out and got Graham Glasgow? That might be
it's a blessing.
One of the biggest. Right now, it's between him and Cam Sutton, 2 healthy
I think
guys.
it's Graham. I love Cam Sutton, but I think it's Graham.
Yeah. Imagine what this secondary would look like without Cam Sutton. Side note.
My second one here kind of goes off of that. Oh, actually, it doesn't actually. I thought you said a different one. The other one.
I flipped my order.
I'll do this then, so it can lead you into yours though. I think one of the biggest keys to this game is, if you guys remember, Justin Fields, the last 3 times he's played the Detroit Lions, he's rushed for over 100 yards, and guess what's happened every single game? The Detroit Lions still win that football game. The morning show talked about it a little bit this morning. Hey, when Justin, I think he's ran for 100 plus yards 5 times and still has lost every game. I think you just say, Justin Fields, we used to do this in basketball all the time when they had like a great player.
Boxing
we would
one.
say, dude, no, we would just say, dude, you go ahead, give us 30, give us 40. We're going to worry about everyone else, because you're not going to beat us scoring 40 points in a basketball game. You need 80 points in a basketball game. Justin Fields, you're not going to beat us rushing for 100 yards. You need DJ Moore. The only way you can beat the Detroit Lions is throwing the ball to DJ Moore, Cole Kmet, Darnell Mooney, getting the ball to Khalil Herbert on a screen. That's the only way they win this football game. I think the secondary is the second biggest key to this game, as crazy as it sounds.
No.
I think you have to find a way to limit DJ Moore, find a way to shut Cole Kmet down, find a way to stop Darnell Mooney.
Yes.
Don't let Khalil Herbert get these screens out of the backfield. Limit that stuff. Yes. That's why it's so important that Alex Anzalone's back, because then you stop Cole Kmet. You have someone sitting there, a Brian Branch now on Khalil Herbert out of the backfield. I think the second biggest key is this secondary containing those weapons and letting Justin Fields go ahead. Give us 100 yards rushing. We're going to beat you by 2 touchdowns still.
See, I want Justin Fields held under 100, but I get what you're saying. And as you knew, my third point was to make them one-dimensional. I say take away the entire run game. That's actually the part of this game I worry about the most, with the loss of Ali McNeil, our top run defender. It's not just Justin Fields, who's their number 1 weapon by far, followed by DJ Moore. I worry a little bit about Khalil Herbert, about Deontay Foreman. Roschon Johnson's one of my favorite young running backs. I know I can't tell what his level of the level of trust that the coaching staff has in him, but he's a weapon. I think if they can shut that down, that allows the secondary, allows Aaron Glenn to scheme up something that allows their cornerbacks, Jared Jacobs, Cam Sutton, not to be left out on an island.
Yeah, and Easy in the chat, he can kind of confirm that stat. Justin Fields 0 for 5 when rushing over over 100 this year. And that's it, dude. Like, go ahead, get your 100 rushing yards. Let the box score look cute. We're going to beat you by 2 touchdowns, and it's going to be because you couldn't put the ball in the air. The secondary, Tracy Walker, Kirby Joseph, Brian Branch, Cam Sutton, Jerry Jacobs, need to have big games Sunday, in my opinion, to be able to do that and not miss tackles, dominate in that pass defense. What's your? Did you already say your second?
Yep, that was it.
One?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hit me with yours.
Last one here, and I have a video for this.
Sweet.
Aleem McNeil out for 4 weeks at least, right?
Yeah.
This interior defense, that's my next key here. I'm going almost all defense besides the turnover bat. This interior defense needs to step up tomorrow on Sunday.
Yeah.
You need to see guys. I don't know if Isaiah Buggs is going to play. I don't know if it's going to be Benito Jones. Who am I missing here?
Quentin Bohanna. Tyson Alualu.
Levi.
Like the Okwaras.
Whoever it
Kaminsky.
is. Yes. And the one thing Dan did mention as well is that some of these hybrid guys, they're going to get more snaps inside. We're going to move some guys around a little bit.
Love it.
So I do have before we go to break, I have a clip here I want to play. JB, do we have that clip, the Dan Campbell one talking about some of these defensive linemen? Did I throw that in there?
I don't think you threw it in there. I got the DC on the defense being highly motivated, but I don't have anything else.
I forgot to do it. That's on Booner.
You explained it perfectly, though.
He talked about that.
He said there's going to be a lot of guys. Josh Pascal's going to probably move inside a little bit more.
Yes.
They're going to ask more of that out of Kaminsky. They're going to ask the hybrids, the Okwaras, Ozuriques. They're going to be asked to do more creative roles on defense.
He did mention as well that with the situation, oh man, I just drew a blank when about that. He said something else in regards to. Oh, he said tomorrow on Saturday we're gonna know which interior defensive linemen are gonna be a go.
Gotcha.
He said on set he was like, I'm gonna know more tomorrow on which guys are gonna go, because when they put that report out, there's gonna be some
how many defensive tackles are gonna be on that report?
So I don't know if he's gonna release it tomorrow or if it's gonna be at 11:30 on Sunday. We're gonna find out, but there's gonna be a couple defensive tackles on that injury report for sure.
Booner, if you want to send me that video during break, we can play it.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Tell him, Booner, though, about Woodward and Maine. It's a pretty good show, you know, on Sunday morning.
Woodward and Maine, they're going to be going this Sunday from 8 to 9 a.m. Make sure you guys tune in. That's Matt Broder, Gabrielle D. Phillips, Detroit legend Terry Foster, breaking down everything you need to know about the Lions, all the inside information that's legal to give out. They're going to be talking about it, especially that defensive line. I'm sure they'll speak about that, and don't want to miss that on the Woodward Sports YouTube channel.
And make sure right after that show, since Dispo's not open until midnight on Sundays, you got to get there early. They're open, their Romeo location, which is the first ever cannabis mall of its kind, open Monday through Saturday till midnight. It's still open Sunday, just closes a little bit early. They have fresh inventory with a variety of products from Michigan's finest cannabis connoisseurs. Check them out at Dispo Dispensary, disposhops.com, your local cannabis plug.
Come to Lady Jane's for an award-winning haircut experience and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Gabby is a college student struggling to study for her big exam. Then she discovered Syntron, a healthy way for her to stay awake and focus. Jennifer frequently has chaotic days like this until she gets online, orders some Syntron, and finds her groove. April visited her local grocery store, purchased a case of Syntron, and entered to win the Syntron 100K Vegas giveaway. Pick up your case of Syntron today at any Meijer location or visit drinksyntron.com/Vegas and enter for the 100K Vegas giveaway.
How would you like to win a 100K Vegas getaway? Take your friends and live it up in the city that never sleeps. It's the Syntron Energy. Drink it and live it. Purchase a 24-pack today and enter to win at drinksyntron.com/Vegas. You can also purchase Syntron at your local Meijer store. They are the healthier energy drink with great taste. So you can look good, feel great, and be the best version of yourself with Syntron. Enter now at drinksyntron.com/Vegas.
All right, welcome into Woodward Nights.
Woodward.
With Booner and Broder on the Woodward Sports Network. Lions, baby.
Lions, baby.
We're talking about them. They have a big game, I think, on Sunday. They're getting to have a chance to hit 10 wins. I don't know the last time the Lions hit 10 wins. I would have to go look that.
First time in
Maybe
Dan Campbell, like Dan
15.
Campbell era.
Yes, it would be.
Yeah.
Never
which
hit
is
it in
huge.
Patricia's.
Yeah.
Yes.
Burn. Two
We don't bring up that
regimes
name.
ago. There's just
It's a
some
bad
funny
word.
comments in here. I'm not gonna lie about, and I'm reading these without context. Mike Hilton, I don't know if I can read. Easiest from Nepal. I don't, like that's out of context. I don't know what's happening here.
I don't get
I have
that
no
one.
idea.
I mean,
Either.
that's I'm reading this out of context. I'm like, what is happening? Easy is silly goose. Golf
Troll.
is the goat. I don't know what's happening in the chat right now.
They said a duck goat because Easy's probably telling him he throws ducks.
What does
Even
Nepal
though
have to do with anything?
Even what?
What does Nepal have to do with anything?
I have no idea. It's just weird that, like,
Oh,
Jared
Easy
Goff
is
leads
just
the NFL
half.
in passes over 20 yards, and completion percentage over 20 yards. Yeah, leads the NFL.
Yeah, I
All
don't
right,
know,
anyways.
I don't know what these are. I just read that and I was like, why is he from Nepal? What is this?
No, easy as half because Nepal half short guy.
Oh.
I think he meant Napoleon. I don't know.
Oh. I'm like an Arnold Palmer. I'm half Jewish, half Christian. Or John Daly, whatever you want.
I'm just Italian, so
You?
yeah.
Come on, you and Juicy Jeff, the Italian
Here we are.
stallions.
Yes, we
like
are.
Connor.
You and Tommy DeVito.
Tommy DeVito, Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
Tommy. Sorry, JB. All right, let's get
Matchups.
into this. If you guys haven't yet, hit that like button for us. Let's get to 75 here before the start of the second hour. At 9 o'clock, Jeff Freddie Hollywood from the Morning Woodward Show will be joining us.
Franchise.
The franchise. He will be joining us in the Maz chair. I've got a couple questions to approach him on. He's over there. He's probably listening right now, so he's going to get this a little delayed and looked up. But let's talk about the matchup here. Broder, let's start. Lions offense versus Bears defense. I think, personally, when we're looking at the matchups of these two sides of the ball, if it's our defense, their offense, I think the Detroit Lions offense versus Bears defense, to me, is the most important out of these matchups.
Yeah.
Because the last time, I keep going back to this, Jared Goff turned the ball over 3 times. You turned the ball over 4 total times. This defense went out there and kind of made a little bit of a statement versus you. And we spoke about this a handful of times. This defense has names on it. They went out and paid linebackers. They brought in Montez Sweat at the trade deadline. They have a secondary. The secondary, just Jalen Johnson, Jaquan Brister, Eddie Jackson, Kyler Gordon. They have dudes. So I think this is the biggest key in matchup to me is Jared Goff in this offense taking care of the ball, establishing that run, DeMont going out there and dominating.
Yeah.
And when you can get a play action and make a couple deep shots and make some big plays, you execute at that, you win this game.
And that's the key, being able to get to that play action, which means that offensive line needs to stop that defensive front. The Bears, they play a lot of man-to-man coverage in the secondary, and their defensive secondary has improved a lot. They're relatively sticky, so they're not going to make it easy on the Lions. And you pair that with the league's top run defense, that's a tough matchup for a Lions team that works them. And we talk about Tremaine Edmonds and TJ Edwards too. Those are two of the top linebackers, maybe one of the top linebacker groups in the NFL. That's a lot of the space where the Lions like to operate. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta over the middle. So when you think about those 3 different levels for the Chicago Bears defense, although they haven't really put it all together yet, like you said, they got names. They have that potential. Ben Johnson is going to need to be on his game because as much flack as we give Matt Eberflus for everything on their offense and Justin Fields and developing quarterbacks, he's done all right with this defense. They're much improved, and now they got this energy with Montez Sweat. So they got to figure out to get to that play action. What's been the worst games that Jared Goff has had this season? It's when the opposing team can get to him and he doesn't have time. He gets flustered and he makes errant throws or turnovers like in the last Chicago Bears game.
That's the big. It's just this because Matt Eberflus is a defensive guy. Like he did in Indy. AG and Ben Johnson spoke about it this week that Matt Eberflus was so elite in Indy. And now that's kind of what you're seeing now with this Bears defense being the number 1 rush defense, and that like Booner's legacy potentially could be on DeMont on Sunday. That does worry
potentially.
It does worry me a lot. Like that's why I haven't been like that's it or anything, is because I'm still looking at this saying like, is it in a back-to-back Sam Laporta week? Like, is it an Amon-Ra had a struggle? Like, then I'm looking at it to where last game we did kind of go into it talking about how that secondary does give up a lot. And there's potential for tight ends in this game, so that's why I keep saying this is the biggest matchup. Is this Bears defense? They could change the game in a couple plays, and we saw it like these turnovers last time. They changed the game quick.
You're right.
Very quick.
100%. That offense is time for them to show up. I actually do think they're going to show up, and we're going to talk key players in the game. I really want to talk about them right now, but we're talking about them later in the show. A guy other than David Montgomery who I think can have a big game due to the focus on David Montgomery. That's all we're talking about, right? David Montgomery, revenge game. Number 2, back in Chicago, bad weather. It's the game built for him, built for the run game. There might be another person who shows up tomorrow.
I feel like I know where you're gonna go with it.
Maybe.
I could probably guess it if I had to.
Maybe.
All right, let's flip sides here then real quick. Let's hit the other side of the ball here. Lions defense versus the Bears offense. In our kind of takeaways of the game and in the last segment is we already kind of spoke in regards to this. First thing I'm going to bring up is this defensive line again. And it's not just the interior. We spoke about the interior before. These guys out wide. I want to see what these guys can do. AG's talked so much about Hutch this week. Guys have spoke about how great Hutch has been, and he has been great. It's undeniable. He's been great. Can he get the job done though? The last time he was on the same field with Justin Fields, he forced a safety and a strip sack.
But for the most part, Darnell Wright, I don't want to say had the upper hand. He didn't allow Hutch to affect the game too much until that strip sack. I think that's got to change. He's got to go after that younger player. And even a more age gap on the other side, Bruce Irvin. I'm going to talk about him like he's the starter. I don't know who else is going to be over there, but he's the guy who's in my head right now. Bruce Irvin versus Braxton Jones, their left tackle, who's also a young player. I think he's second year. He's been hurt for part of this year, so he's only played in, I think it was 6 games, but he's actually playing pretty good. He's playing pretty good. So I think Bruce Irvin and Aiden Hutchinson, whoever they're lined up against on either side, that is a big matchup to win. That'll keep Justin Fields contained. This is why this game is so important for the interior. If those guys can do what they're doing while still containing Justin Fields, that's the recipe. That's the elixir.
I think too, like, and to your point with Bruce Irvin as well, from the sample size we have from every player and every edge rusher on this team, the sample size I think gives it to Bruce Irvin to where it's like you need to start getting him out there on the other side of the ball majority of the time.
Yeah.
And I know he's 36 years old and I know he's only played 11 snaps, but when we're looking at the sample size and what he did in that sample size, 5 out of those 11 snaps he had some sort of statistic, whether it was a quarterback hit, a pressure, a sack, whatever it was. Half of those snaps he had some sort of effect on the game. I think at this point it's like, hey, we need to get him out there maybe more than some of these other edge rushers.
Yeah.
Maybe the Akora brothers or Charles Harris for sure.
I hope to see his snap count at 11 at least double. I'd love to see him in that 25 snap. I'd love to see him more, but I don't know if his conditioning's there yet. But I want to see him out there more. They need that pressure because what that does, the other guy we've talked about, DJ Moore, what pressured on Justin Fields means is Cam Sutton and Jerry Jacobs aren't left out on islands, which they had some trouble with DJ Moore the last time. He had a long touchdown catch earlier in that game. Jerry Jacobs, he's allowed a couple big plays recently in the last couple weeks. Last 4 games, I believe it was a 33-yard catch, 22, 39, 29 yards. He's got to limit that. DJ Moore got a chunk play against the Lions. I think actually a couple chunk plays against the Lions. Ooh. He's got to do that. It's going to be a lot of different looks for DJ Moore. They got to show. It's got to be JJ. It's got to be Cam Sutton. Maybe Brian Branch just to bring some physicality. And then when they get it to him in the flats and shorter passes DJ Moore, they need population to the football. They need those guys. Cam Sutton and Jerry Jacobs are very good tacklers. They need everybody populating to that ball so DJ Moore can't break it.
Who do you think, if you had to pick someone in this secondary when we're talking about this matchup here?
Yeah.
Who gets a turnover on Sunday?
Ooh, I want to say Tracy Walker is one of the players I'm looking for. I don't know if it's for turnovers. I want to see him up in the box a little bit more. So I'm trying to think maybe forces a fumble.
He doesn't get a ton of turnover. I looked at his last few years, even when he was not before injury, he didn't get a ton.
So it might be. I don't think it's going to be one of the cornerbacks either. So how about Kirby Joseph?
That's where I was going to go.
Yeah.
That was going to be my pick because I think Kirby maybe gets one. And I wouldn't be surprised as well the way Justin Fields runs around with the ball. If you see another Hutch strip sack,
or even Brian
Branch strip sack, or Bruce Irvin, or one of these linebackers get in and kind of strip the ball out. I'm just saying the ball's going to come out with Justin Fields once or twice Sunday.
Just tell Bruce not to drive him into the ground too hard.
These guys need to just play angry. How Bruce did that, every single player should play angry like that. I get the fact of you don't want a penalty and all that.
That was a fine tackle.
Yeah, I think it was a fine, but I think that puts like fear into quarterbacks a little bit. Like, oh, these guys are coming. Like at some point, like some of these great defenses, the Legion of Boom, they just played dirty. Then I don't mean dirty like hurt someone. I mean like dirty like you play with an edge.
Mean.
Pain.
And force pain on people. And that's what this Detroit Lions team right now, this defense, they don't play with any sort of
That's what Bruce Irvin brings. That's part of, despite being 36, whatever age he is.
You know what? I might have just solved the code for this defense. I'm not going to lie. And I'm being dead serious. No one has mentioned that about this defense in months. That is it. Because they've shown they can do stuff. They have been playing, shall I say it, soft. They need to play with the chip on their shoulder. They need to get mean, and they need to kind of get a little edge to them.
Kind of like that Chiefs game.
Because there's guys on this defense who don't do that. Hutch, you see it out of him. Bruce Irvin, you saw it out of him. Brian Branch, you see it out of him. Cam, you see it. There's certain, this full defense as a whole, it's time to play mean. Go see what some of these other defenses in the league, how they play. They don't care if they get a penalty. They go out there and play mean.
They do.
They put fear into the offense.
Kind of missing CD Deuce on that end,
He's
fellas.
one that
He brings that edge. I feel like we've been missing it ever since he went out. So if we can get that edge back when he does come back, but maybe even Bruce Irvin stepping up in that role of being that mean, absolute beast on the D line, it's only going to bode well for this Detroit Lions defense.
I mean, if he can get his walker over there fast enough, yeah.
Oh, he will. He'll get it over there faster than half of this defense already.
Their average age just climbed in the last 2 weeks dramatically.
236-year-olds.
But we're talking about Hamlin Pub because we got our special guest
coming back
in studio. We need every second open.
All right, Hamlin Pub.
Guy.
Let me tell you guys about it. If you ever wanted a bar where you are a regular, go check Hamlin Pub out. That is the place to be. They have 7 locations, and you can experience a place where everyone is a regular. They have half-off pizza on Thursdays, game day specials available during all Michigan sports and NFL games. Make sure you guys check Hamlin Pub out and visit the location today. It is beautiful. Those wings there, I've had them, best in the state. Experience your new favorite pub for all things sports.
Post-game show this Sunday, too. Can't forget about that.
Oh, yes.
Hamlin.
Go check it out. And that's, where's that?
It's
Tinkin Road.
Yep, Tinkin Road.
Tinkin Road.
Coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Do you have football on the brain? Well, winter ushers in college and professional football, and this winter is going awesome. Winter is also the perfect time to buy your home and auto insurance. So shop it like a pro with Swiss Insurance. They cover Woodward Sports Network, and they should be covering you too. So ask for Mark at Swiss Insurance today at swissins.com or call 248-800-4177. Let's go.
All right, welcome in to Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder on the Woodward Sports Network. Appreciate you guys all tuning in with us here. We've got a special guest. Before that, though, make sure, if you guys haven't yet, hit that like button. We're at 55. Let's get 75 here, heading into the second hour of the show, second half of the show, getting things rolling. We've got hit us. What is it?
No, special guest. Just when it goes to him, just notice the hat on his head. He's a little intimidated.
Ooh. We've got Juicy J, Jeff Frady in the house from the Morning Woodward Show.
Let's go!
Jeff!
What up, baby?
You're wearing all black right now. It's like a funeral.
Yeah, for the Pistons. I was in the Lions den over here. There's a TV. I'm watching the Pistons game, just watching your guys' show, and they're down 30, so that'll be better to come in here and watch this show.
19 straight.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Yep.
What Troy Weaver?
No,
How the Wagner brothers
I got nothing, dude. I got nothing.
Let's not get into
How the Wagner brothers doing?
Cooking. Everybody is. They can't stop a nosebleed on defense.
Can I just bring this up?
Pistons can't. What's up?
Troy Weaver started his rebuild the same time as this Orlando team. They're third in the East.
Moving on.
I'm sorry. Yeah, let's talk Lions. We came in to talk Lions. I apologize.
We're so positive.
I could go at. Me and Jeff could go at.
Yeah, no, I got nothing for
about
you.
anything.
That's the thing. We could talk about Pistons for a long time. It's just pregame.
Lions pregame.
In the nighttime.
Jeff, quick question here with this kind of going into Sunday. This is going to be just a broad question.
Yep.
And I'm sure a lot of people tune into the Morning Woodward Show. Going into Sunday, what is your main this is what the Lions you want to see from the Lions to get this win on Sunday? Is there a main vocal point where it's this has to be done on Sunday?
I think offensively they got to protect Jared Goff. No Frank Ragnow. Graham Glasgow I'm not as worried about. I love Graham. I think he'll be just fine, but we can't deny Frank is a top 3, I would say 2 at his own position. So that's a concern. And we know kind of what transpires typically. If you can't protect Jared Goff, if you can't protect any quarterback, problems arise. And they got a guy in Montez Sweat who, they've been able to generate more pressure, not blitzing. So that's a concern. I would say protecting Jared Goff offensively. And then defensively, man, I'm not even going to get into the containing Justin Fields thing because I think he's just going to get 70, 80, 90 yards, whatever it is. Just book it. He's going to get his rushing yards. That's not as much of a concern, but it's got to be the DJ Moore matchup because that dude's a game changer. You saw it at Ford Field too, the big play. I mean, he changes that offense completely. This is a different Bears team than we saw last year. And listen, Eberflus, he's not great, but they're playing good football. Even though offensively they looked atrocious against the Vikings. We know how this team looked at Ford Field. So it's going to be a big test, man. It really is. But I would say those are my 2 things on both sides of the ball that I'm probably keying in on the most.
Yeah, and although it's unlikely, they technically still have a shot at the playoffs, the Bears. I don't think it's going to happen. But the fact that they had the Panthers' first pick, they don't have to even think about taking. They're going to get the first pick. They can give it their all. They got a lot of players on their team playing to put good film out there, put good tape, fighting for jobs the next time. There's a guy on the Lions offense that I think is actually going to have a monster game tomorrow. We've been talking about David Montgomery. He goes back to Chicago. It's a revenge game. His first game back, it's maybe a cold weather game, so we're going to be running the ball. But Jahmyr Gibbs, he's a guy, his snap count went down a little bit, or his target share went down last game. I think this could be a big moment for him with all the guys focusing on the middle of the field, all the guys focusing on David Montgomery. Do you think Jahmyr Gibbs could have a big day, or what are your thoughts on Jahmyr Gibbs heading into this last stretch?
No, I think you're spot on, Broder. You know what's interesting? I was going to bring this up to Booner there. The line, total yards for Gibbs, about 66.5 or so. Total yards?
All week, the legacy play I've been sitting.
That's intriguing.
I've been in between.
His rushing's like 39.5 on FanDuel. That's suspect.
25. I've been debating between D-Ma and Jahmyr when it comes to this legacy play, and I don't know what to do.
Well,
8-1.
It's tricky,
but this is a tough one.
And to answer Broder's question, they were able to, and this is a good run defense for the Bears. I mean, they're top of the league, at least allowing the yards per carry they allow. But the Lions, if you go back and look, at least in the box score, and if you watch the game, they were able to run the ball on the Bears. They just couldn't because they got down, and of course, Jared Goff, his turnovers, and then, the offense kind of kicked into gear late in the game. But they were able to run the football to some extent. I mean, Dave Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, Jahmyr had 8-9 carries for 40 yards. Yep. I think David had 12 for 70. So I do think with the weather conditions, you're outside. I don't think it'd be a great idea at all. I mean, this team wants to run the football. You don't want to put the ball just strictly in Goff's hands and tell him to go make plays. I think they're going to establish the run, establish play action. And yes, I would say this is if I had to pick, I think it'll be a good day for the guys on the ground. But if I had to pick one, I do think, man, Jahmyr's been looking better and better every single week.
This is getting tough
for me. It's crazy. I mean, Jahmyr last week, I was like, the Saints defense, I'm curious how these guys. Jahmyr break off right away in the beginning of the game for a 30-yard run. I like Jahmyr this week.
He had 95 total yards last time versus
crazy.
As hard as it is for you guys to decide the over-under is going to be Jahmyr or David Montgomery, that's what a defensive coordinator is thinking about too. So as difficult as it is for you guys, it's also difficult for them. That's why they drafted him.
With this Bears defense, it's all right, Sam, we was talking about this yesterday, where it was Sam Laporta last week had a big week. Okay, now they're going to key in on him. Okay, we're going to go on Monroe St. Brown. We're going to get Jahmyr Gibbs in the pass game. We're going to get J-Mo going a little bit. So there's just so many weapons on this offense. Jeff, I want to switch sides of the ball here. Not completely... This is not really a question for this Bears game specifically, but we just keep hearing with this defense in AG. I talked about it yesterday. I don't know if you were listening at this point in the show, but I'm kind of starting a little bit seeing through AG because it feels like every week he's getting on the podium saying the same things about the same mistakes. And it comes down to, yes, there's personnel, but it's like the same things are happening. And I brought the stat a couple days ago to where the 4 of the last 5 Super Bowl winners, their defenses in the regular season all were outside of the top 10 in defense. So whether it was like 14th, 21st, 15th, 11th. And I kind of brought that up just to show a little bit to where how good this Lions offense is. You can win a Super Bowl. You can make a run on an offense's back. And I think this Lions offense is good enough to do it. But I still think even with this defense, there's like that kind of turning point you have to see a little bit. Do you have any faith at all? Because we talked about this week. Do you have any faith at all that this defense, even with who they have, can just sustain, let's say, like right now they're 14th in the NFL, but they started at 5th.
Right.
So they've moved back. So like that stretch is very, very bad. Is there any chance you feel like this team can get back to be like, we can contend a little bit more? Because Super Bowl winners, 4 of the last 5, all outside the top 10 on defense.
Yeah, to your Super Bowl point, I think we all can admit, I mean, this is an offensive league. So despite defenses, I mean, you got to, it's a quarterback league. I'll say that. Because, top offenses win Super Bowls, but elite quarterbacks win Super Bowls too. But to your point about the defense, I mean, of course, there's room for improvement. But the thing about AG is, and we could sit here and have this conversation weekly because no help's coming. Bruce Irvin is coming, apparently. He had a sack last week. I think he can keep that up, and I think he'll be, a piece that can provide something in the postseason. But the conversation about the defense and AG, I still feel the same way. I think it's majority of personnel. That I'll always say that because – if you have a stacked defense, it's hard to mess that up. Like, it really is. Like, if you have a lot of talent, and AG, I don't believe, has it right now, especially with the injuries. I mean, you're missing some of your best players on defense right now. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, I'll start there. Noah Lee McNeil, he's on IR. Moving forward, it's going to be tough. I mean, you don't have James. You haven't had James Houston essentially all year, and that was the guy that was supposed to wreak havoc alongside Aiden. So, people can have this AG. I know people didn't like how, he came off today or yesterday when he had his press conference. I get he probably hears the noise as much as we talk about it. He knows that people talk about his job security. But I still want to let AG kind of ride this thing out. I think the defense will get better. I do. And I'm willing to kind of let this thing play out next year as well because Brad knows this as well as anybody. This defense needs help bad. This defensive line needs help bad.
They have to go all defense.
Maybe absolutely.
One offensive lineman, but it's time to start and maybe sign a couple guys.
I see him in the chat. He says it's very simple to see its personnel. It starts with watching the game. I mean, you watch the game. Yes, adjustments. People bring up adjustments. You watch the game. You could see the talent discrepancy. Like Jerry Jacobs was never in it. By the way, big Jerry Jacobs guy. I think he's been solid at times. He struggles, but the fact that he's CB2 is a problem.
Yeah,
like
100%.
you signed Emmanuel Mosley to put that man on the bench and to come out situation. The fact that he's out there as much as he is, that's a problem. Aiden Hutchinson, in sacks, I've come around to the idea and kind of realizing sacks are more of a timing thing. I understand that, but you can't admit he has no help either. There's nobody else on this defensive line that's winning one-on-ones. So in the secondary dealing with injuries, so I'll always stand kind of by AG with that. Does he deserve criticism at times? Yes.
I think if you have a defense like that, everyone at some point you do deserve.
Yes, but I'm always going to lean personnel. That's what I believe. I truly believe that.
Speaking of personnel, and to go a little more optimistic, or at least I feel optimistic about this. I'm interested in your opinion. Before the season, I'd say that the linebacker group is probably the one positional group that maybe you were worried most about on the entire team, possibly.
Right.
It almost feels like that's almost the security of the defense now, or at least the maybe not stability, but they've got depth. Like Alex Anzalone is out, Jack Campbell, Malcolm Rodriguez, Jalen Reeves-Maybin, they all stepped up. How do you feel about that linebacker crew, especially going into a game against Justin Fields, Cole Kmet, DJ Moore, a team that linebackers are very important for?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a worst of first scenario. I mean, we talked about linebacker being a problem in this city and with this football team for a while, and it seems like it's their most deepest position, Broder. Like, no, right. Anzalone, and by the way, for people bringing up that AG can't develop players, you guys know that's not true. Anzalone, even at his age, is having a career season. Like, think about that. A career season for Anzalone, a guy that even I would take shots at times watching this man in Detroit. He's playing well. I know Sam Flannel likes to come at Malcolm Rodriguez. I'm telling you, if Malcolm was playing significant snaps due to injury, I wouldn't feel as much of a concern as maybe some other people would feel. He's played a lot of snaps in his career as well. This linebacker core is nice, man. Derek Barnes has turned his career around, and Jack Campbell's kind of just coming into his own. I think he had his best game of the entire year last week.
First round draft pick. And
yes.
He's gonna, like you saw last week, as a rookie doing that, like, he's going to be very good.
No, he is. So the linebacker core at this point, Broder, and it kind of is a strength. It's a strength of this football team and this defense, so it's a good thing. And by the way, AG, and you want to bring up, I know this ties back to AG, I keep bringing him up.
That's fine.
But the young players on this defense, you could bring up and nitpick, well, this player. A lot of these guys are getting better. Like, and we can't, I get these, like Brian Branch, super talented, but also it helps when you have a guy like AG helping these guys.
Yeah.
Like, he is a great player development. He does great in player development.
At the end of the day,
you can't deny that.
He's a great coach at the end of the day. Like, we
He
do
is.
know that. Like, the personnel is definitely, like, no one's denying that the personnel is not an issue. And you know what's going to happen, Jeff, and I truly believe this, is if they figure a way out to get a little bit of like confidence or a stretch coming out of this game and then maybe into Denver at home.
Yeah.
And the defense right now currently, if they can figure out a way to just get a little bit of a feeling like, hey, we're playing a little tougher here, and then in 2 or 3 weeks, you add a James Houston, who's coming off an injury. Yes, he's going to come, but when he comes back, he's not going to just come back and be like, I'm going to come back at 80%. He's going to make sure he's 100%. You add him, you add a C.J. Gardner-Johnson, maybe Dallas or Vikings, and then you add in a Lee McNeil the last 2 weeks. If this defense in the next 2 or 3 weeks can just scrape a feeling of playing solid, doesn't have to be great or elite, they just have to be good. If they could find a way to be good the next 2 weeks, and then you add 3 of your best dudes, and when I say I'm being dead, you're adding C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who's one of the best safeties in the league at times last year, outside of injury. You're adding a Lee McNeil, who was having a Pro Bowl season, and you're adding James Houston, who almost averaged a sack a game last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he struggled this year, but if he does the right thing and puts him back to where he should be, and let him just go get the quarterback. If this defense turns things around a little bit and they add those pieces going into the playoffs, that's where I think maybe if this defense can turn, like that's where the Booner path hope is going to.
Well,
if you can add these pieces and you put something together, this offense can carry with that defense.
And I said this today, and this is how I feel about this defense. When this defense is, because it is what it is right now. There's no backup coming. There's no, except for guys coming off injuries. They got to get turnovers. And that's what they did at a higher rate last year when they were 8-2. I said this on the morning show today. That's key to this thing. You got to be opportunistic. Like, they don't have the talent. They're going to give up yards. But if you're creating turnovers, yeah. And your offense isn't turning.
That's how they finished 8-2 last year. So
absolutely. They had less talent last year.
Yeah.
And if you look at points per game, I believe the Jets and the 49ers were the only 2 teams in the same ballpark in terms of points per game the last 10 games of the year. And they had less talent. So for the whole AG thing, yeah, turnovers are going to be key, man. They don't have the all-pro, Pro Bowl players all across the field, but if they can create turnovers,
dude,
that's how you with the whole Booner path and the Lions making a playoff run, turnovers are everything.
Think about adding James Houston to disrupt the quarterback on the other side, and then think about adding a ball hawk in C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Speaking of turnovers,
that changes a lot. And Jeff, I say it almost every week. We do our Keys to Victories on Fridays. My number one every week, and I'm consistent with it, is win the turnover battle. Because I believe in the NFL, if you win the turnover battle, 80% of the time in the NFL, I feel like you win that football game. And you, the only time,
on top of that, if you have an offense that can score off turnovers,
if you have a top 5 offense, which the Lions do
like the Bears, for example, I think in the last couple of games they have like 6 turnovers. They've scored like 3 points, 8 turnovers, whatever it is. They've scored like 3 points. That's the difference.
Yes.
Like if you have an offense, a top 5 offense like the Lions have, and you're turning the football over, good luck. Good luck.
I love that. I think
that is a good end.
Jeff, it felt like you're. There's a potential you can join the Booner path.
No,
the paperwork ready?
You can keep the paperwork. I actually don't have a pen with me. I can't sign anything.
What do we do? I have a pen.
I'll tell you. No, well, you can keep it. I'll tell you this: with the Booner path, you know how I feel.
I need some endorsements.
This isn't a bad thing. All right, this is a. We can have this conversation. All right, and Broder, I want Broder's thoughts on my. And I said this last time I was on. They're going to win a playoff game. I believe that.
Yeah.
That's where I end, and that's okay.
Now,
that's okay.
Can I do this?
That's okay.
Can we do this?
Talk to me.
We'll make a contract for the Booner path. Let's put some
no
bullet points in there. If this happens, Jeff is in.
Well, I'm bringing in Neil's agent if we're doing contracts.
Okay,
all right?
I'm Neil's agent.
Oh, damn.
I'm his stepson and his agent.
Broder, what's your thoughts on the path?
I love the path, although I got to say this path is sounding more and more like a bandwagon. The path is for the Lions. You can either agree with the path, and it's yours, so just tell me to shut up.
I'm just trying to give the people a vision
Yeah, give them the vision.
This is not me, and I've had this argument. This isn't a prediction, a Super Bowl prediction.
Don't do this.
This isn't a lock. This isn't nothing. This is me sitting down when the heavyweights came on after the trade deadline and said things are over, season's done, break it up, we're done, we're not doing anything.
Well,
when that happened, the next show I went on and I said, I looked at people dead in the eyes and I said, there is still a path to going to get what you want to get done.
Okay.
And there is a vision. This is the vision, the Booner way. We're going to get it done. Let's see what happens. It's not like they're going to win the Super Bowl. It's this is the path. Who's following me on this path?
But let me.
You want to take the heavyweight
hold on.
Let me first round, or you want to take the Booner path and go win some playoff
hold on.
games?
Let me speak from the let me speak for the heavyweights because they are not here. Let me try and explain where they were coming from. Okay, he's in the chat. I'll try and speak for the heavies.
Shout out.
I think they were frustrated, along with a lot of Lions fans, that they felt like, and you know this, Booner. Typically, this is not a year-to-year league. Everything changes in the NFL from year-to-year basis. It's very different. Next year, you could have a significant injury. Things happen. And I was actually with the heavyweights on this. I wasn't maybe as aggressive, but still, I felt their pain. They felt like, hey, you're one of the best teams in the NFC, and you have an opportunity to go get better at the deadline. And they felt the Lions missed that opportunity. I don't think they meant, and they might have said this, I could be wrong. I don't really said it's over. I think they just meant it's over in terms of me taking my expectations from this team to maybe, hey, they're going to make the Super Bowl. They could.
Well,
they added some talent
too.
too.
Say the Vikings may come back and win the division.
I think instead of being all in like they were going to, if the Lions significantly improved, they're like, this is the team we kind of thought it was. They can maybe they'll probably win a playoff game, but they're not beating the 49ers or Eagles. And that's fair. And I'm with that.
The Booner path is like, I'm not guaranteeing you beat the 49ers and Eagles. It's just, hey, there's a path. If you get the 2 seed and you get 2 home games and you can get the Eagles at home, we've seen them struggle in games in one possession. There is a path to do it. It can happen.
But
that is a path. Open the eyes. But
do you realize though?
I was gonna say a word.
Booner, do you realize that you're kind of talking out of both sides of your mouth a little bit? Do you realize that?
I get that because I'm not giving a prediction. I'm saying, listen, here's the way for the Detroit Lions to have a chance to do this. Like, if you guys want to be optimistic and talk about this, this is the way to do it. The heavyweights, and I will give them credit on this. I know we're over break here, so let's go to break and we'll come back. But the heavyweights, they did have a tough show because what happened was the trade deadline ended and they had to do the show, so it was an emotional show. I will give them that. But that was why later in the night I came on and said, let's lock in, fellas. We're still what? 7-2 at the time. We're still there. We're still competing for a 1 seed. You're still competing for a 2 seed. We were all acting like the Lions were in a wild card game and about to get kicked out of the playoffs. That's what it felt like, the energy that day.
I understand.
And you see what I'm saying? That's where the Booner path started.
Bro, let me ask you something for you to break.
Yes.
Who do you have in the Super Bowl? Do you have a prediction?
I don't need a Super.
Hold on. I'm asking Broder. Broder, what do you think?
I haven't thought about it yet, but
if you're on the spot, this isn't official. If I told you Broder, put your money on it. Who's going to the Super Bowl? Who would you say?
49ers Ravens.
Look how easy that was for him.
And what did I text you?
You never. This is Booner. They could.
Well, yes.
Because if
you guys don't know what the
your
path
prediction
is compared to prediction.
But look how easy Broder gave his answer.
My prediction at the beginning of the year were the Bills versus the 49ers in the Super Bowl.
Then are you sticking with that?
I'm sticking because I don't change up.
Okay, so technically, you don't have them in the Super Bowl.
But there's the path to it, though.
I love okay, go to break. I can't with you.
Let me tell you guys about, I'm just going to go into Planet Fitness here. Planet Fitness. It is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. Over at Planet Fitness, you will experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment with a full body workout in just 30 minutes. All memberships, they include fitness training. Get all of that for just $10 a month, no commitment. They have hundreds around the Metro Detroit area and thousands worldwide. Make sure you guys check out Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Come to Lady Jane's for an award-winning haircut experience and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, 2 of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder.
Savor the heart of home at Big Boy with our all-new down-home comfort dishes. Feast on home-style goodness with our Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl, veal parmigiana, and apple pie hotcakes. The down-home delight doesn't stop there. Potato pancakes are back. Dive into the richness of our perfectly crafted potatoes with our classic potato pancakes and our stuffed potato pancakes. Top off your meal with our new gingerbread shake, a seamless blend of creamy vanilla and sweet gingerbread flavors. Nothing beats the comforting taste of down-home cooking. Enjoy every bite, only at Big Boy.
When it comes to your pet, don't settle. Give your pet the best. That means going to Premier Pet Supply, Michigan's best pet store, hands down. Family owned and operated for over 30 years. They got 13 Metro Detroit locations, over 60 brands of food, the lowest prices, and curbside home delivery if you need it. Premier Pet Supply, give your pet the best at www.premierpetsupply.com.
www.
All right, welcome back. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder on the Woodward Sports Network. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you guys can for us, hit that like button. Let's get up to 75 likes. Want to read a comment here real quick. Motor City scenes. Booner, chill with the yelling. Yelling doesn't make your point any more valid. You want to know what makes my point valid, Motor City? I'm going to do what I want. I'm passionate. If you don't want Booner, I'm sorry. Booner is Booner. Nothing's changing who I am. Never. All right, got that out. Sorry. That was nice, right, boys?
What's that Michelle Burns?
I like the confidence.
And you are a very respected, valued member of this chat.
There you go.
They
very valued member of the program.
Member of the program, yeah.
But
I'm gonna yell.
Do you see my?
I don't care.
Do you see my problem with the Booner path, Broder? What?
No. Because
I want.
Real quick, time out, Broder. And Broder, I want you to hear this too. There's two separate things here. There's a vision, not a prediction, and then there's a prediction. These are two
we don't do
things.
visions here.
Everyone here who has been a part of the Booner Path on our show that's watched knows exactly what the Booner Path is. It's, hey, this is the path for the Detroit Lions to find success this postseason. It's not, I didn't sit up here and say, the Detroit Lions, if you follow me, the Detroit Lions will win a Super Bowl. Did not do that. That was never came out of my mouth. What came out of my mouth was, hey, there is still a chance here for the Lions to compete for this.
Then just say that.
That's all I've been. I'm gonna get you some Q-tips.
No. This is.
What do you say all the time to the people in the chat that don't listen to you? Clean your ears out.
Technically,
listen.
Well, what I say is, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
Okay.
Which is a very.
Yourself 3 times.
Okay. Well,
and
now it's your turn. Let me tell you. This is why I get frustrated with the Booner Path. Okay. And I want the chat, and I want everyone in this room to please give me your opinion on this and tell me if I'm crazy, okay? Just tell me if I'm crazy. So I'm Booner, okay? I'm playing the role of Booner. I'm not going to yell, but I'm Booner. So I believe the Detroit Lions have a path to the Super Bowl, Broder. I think they can make the Super Bowl. There's a path, depending on if they get the home, if they get the number 1 seed.
Or 2 seed.
2 seed, whatever. Like Shannon Sharp said, pumpkin seed, don't care what it is, okay? If they get 1 seed, 2 seed, there's a path.
Track. Keep going.
So I'm Booner. There's a path. But I also have the Lions in the NFC Championship game. So you know what you're saying? If they make the NFC Championship game and they lose, I'm right. If they make the Super Bowl, you're wrong, but you could say, well, there's a path.
This is where you've gone wrong. This is where you've gone wrong.
You're right either way. That's a problem.
No, it's not.
Put your nuts on the table and tell me, are they making the Super Bowl or not?
Why do I have to give up?
We're in the prediction business.
No, we're not. We're in the let's look the people in the eyes and tell them what is going on. The Detroit Lions have a path to still be successful in the playoffs. That doesn't mean they're going to, but there is a path. Let's not sit up here and say season's over, we're dead. No, there is a path that they can
You don't have to say they're dead. I'll say
That's why I'm saying it, because people were saying they were dead.
But here, I understand. Booner.
You got to get this straight, Jeff.
Nick, JB, somebody giving another pitch.
I see what you're saying. I completely understand.
Okay.
But the path has 0% to do with the prediction. Nothing. The context.
So if they make the Super Bowl, you will not come on this show.
I will say the Booner path.
Okay.
No.
So you're right either way.
I will not say I'm right, but what I'll say is, hey, that was the Booner path.
Okay. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
You're right either way.
At the end of the day, too, I did say if they get the 1 or 2 seed, they're guaranteed to be in the NFC Championship. If they got the 3 seed, I said nothing about the 3 seed. Speak easy. I don't need a Super Bowl prediction because we're talking about the Booner path. It has nothing to do with the Super Bowl.
But Booner, do you see why for me? Like I put my
just want someone
no
to be right or wrong.
no, but that's this business. Like I'll say,
business is also leading people.
No, yes, but I'll say
there's 2 sides of this
Booner,
business.
I don't give a damn. I believe the Lions.
You're
will,
just selfish. You want to be right all the time.
Listen,
I'm not easy.
I believe the
I'm wrong sometimes.
Okay, I believe the Lions will win a playoff game, then lose. I stand by that. If they make the NFC Championship game, I'm gonna go right in that chair, 8 a.m. and say, you know what, I was wrong.
Yeah, I don't know, but right now,
so for
if
you,
I had to pick a Super Bowl right now without, like, obviously the Booner path to the side, obviously the best team in football right now is the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay, so are they in the Super Bowl in the NFC?
Right now, as of now, yes.
Okay, was that so hard?
But because I think that they're the team right now, does
I
not
agree
mean the
with
Booner
you.
path is shut. We are still there, but right now we're fighting for a 2 seed and we're fighting for our lives to get there.
Okay. So you got
the boys have their backs against the wall, and we're fighting to get out of it.
Okay, I just
let's go.
I was just. Oh, look at JB. I swear to gosh, man.
Shout
JB,
out Mike Hilton in the chat
This
for the
guy's
$2. He
goated.
loves the show. Shout out Mike for that one.
Mike, what a legend.
Booner, we all love your path.
Beanroyd said Booner's giving off beta energy. Is that good or bad?
That's not his name.
That
It's
is
Beanroyd.
bad.
Well,
That is not
that's
great.
not. Well, Nick, please.
Oh, alpha, beta. Oh,
Nick,
come
what do you
on,
think? What do you
man.
guys? You guys are around. You guys are on the show every single day. What do you think of the Booner path? Just do you hear where I'm coming from with it?
I do that. Booner's kind of switching up maybe NFC Championship to Super Bowl, but he started the Super Bowl path with the Booner path when he was going for the 1 seed, and things changed. We lost the Thanksgiving game, so I can see where he kind of circles back a little bit and kind of gets the expectations a little bit lower.
I've said it on the show a lot. There's detours on the path.
There's a path for a lot of teams.
Yes, and when people shut the path down like the heavyweights, Booner steps up and leads the people in the right direction. I open the lights up for the people. I am a man of the people here at this network, Jeff Iafrady. You might be Hollywood. I'm a man of the people. I'm the one on the front lines fighting. I've got the armor on.
Well, okay, and I respect you for that. But I could sit here and make a path for the Dallas Cowboys.
Do it.
But I'm not gonna because I don't think they're gonna make the Super Bowl.
You could this stuff.
But I'm not doing a path for the Cowboys. You know what?
I wish I could block Easy out of our chat every night.
Kids. Time for a break.
All right, Greg, when we come back,
fighting.
we're going to do our NFL, around the NFL predictions here, and then we'll do
break.
We'll talk about our score predictions and stuff. Jeff, are you sticking around?
As long as you guys will have me.
All right, well, we're going to do our NFL predictions. I know you
No
did
more
this morning,
Booner
but-
path.
Yeah, no more Booner path. I feel bad.
There is a Booner path. Broder, tell us about Feldman.
Feldman.
Or wait, is it me first?
Yes, you Booner.
Me, Guardian Alarm, customized solutions from real experts. Our professional technicians, they take the time to recommend security and automation solutions that are specific to your needs. That is 24/7 professional monitoring. Give us a call anytime, day or night, and know that a Guardian Alarm team member, they will stay on the phone as long as needed. That is technology backed by people where your safety and security deserve technology that is proven to work and people who have been proven to care. That number, call it 1-800-STAY-OUT.
But stay in to Feldman Chevrolet or come into Feldman Chevrolet because since 1996, they've been providing a world-class car buying experience. They call it the Feldman Advantage. They have 18 locations, so there's got to be one in your backyard somewhere. Visit feldmanauto.com to find the location nearest you, or check out Feldman Novi, where Woodward Sports is there for the Morning Wood Show and Big D Energy every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
Gabby is a college student struggling to study for her big exam. Then she discovered Syntron, a healthy way for her to stay awake and focus. Jennifer frequently has chaotic days like this until she gets online, orders some Syntron, and finds her groove. April visited her local grocery store, purchased a case of Syntron, and entered to win the Syntron 100K Vegas giveaway. Pick up your case of Syntron today at any Meijer location or visit drinksyntron.com/Vegas and enter for the 100K Vegas giveaway.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrady, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Calling all landscapers. This is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like to landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? And even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. Whether you landscape for your job or landscape for fun, get all your equipment from Outdoor Equip Co., the official equipment provider of Woodward Sports. Michigan grown, family owned. OutdoorEquipCo.com.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
For over 60 years, Fairway Packing Company has been providing Michigan's finest restaurants, hotels, and casinos with more beef than Booner and Jeff. They got prime beef, they got Wagyu beef, they got dry-aged beef. All the beef you could ask for in your entire life, Fairway Packing has it. You can experience the Fairway difference for yourself today by visiting the steak shop in Grosse Pointe Woods for grab-and-go steaks or order online at fairwaypacking.com.
All right, welcome back to Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder on the Woodward Sports Network. If you guys haven't yet, we appreciate you guys tuning in. Hit that like button for us. Let's get these babies up. Let's get over 100 here by the end of the show. Let's get into this, fellas. We've got a couple minutes here in this segment just because we argued a little too much.
Sorry, Broder.
Oh, no, we're good.
And that's on me.
Enjoy.
Sometimes it's easy to get me going.
Yeah, well,
it was one of those arguments that was never ending, so I was just sitting here
it was built up for a while. Me and Booner have been arguing via text.
And the text, so we probably have thousands of texts in regards to the Booner path.
Tied for third place in the picks, we got Booner and we got Nick.
Oh,
with a 57-49 record, number 2.
It's a great record, by the way.
It is 57-49.
That's great.
And Broder tracks them all.
Oh yeah,
we do a money line by the way as well.
Number 2, Jalen in the booth. Also JB, Lucas. Chris Platty, second place, 59-47, 2 games up. I'm in first place at 62-44.
I think he tracks them, and I think he gives himself a couple wins.
Feel free to go back and watch them all.
I might have to.
Or do you want me to just stop tracking them?
No.
Wait, Broder, are you number 1?
Yeah.
By a lot.
What's your record?
62-44.
How many games do you have on
Broder's
third place?
I'm up 3 on Jalen. And 5 on Booner and Nick.
All right, time to do a clean sweep this week, Boone. Let's get it.
Let's go through these quick because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have like 12 games here because there's a lot of good football games.
Good football, finally.
Ton of good football games. Even if they're bad games, they're close. Spreads are close and exciting football. Let's start here. We'll go just around this way. Bucks at Falcons. Falcons are 2.5-point favorites. Nick, who are you hitting with this one?
Give me the dogs. Baker, plant your flag. Mayfield, give me the Bucks.
Dogs? Oh, Bucks.
Underdogs.
Yeah. Underdogs.
Oh, underdogs. Got you.
Jeff?
Yeah, I'm going Bucks. I'm with Nick here. I said it this morning. This just smells like one of those games where Arthur Smith just finds a way to lose. So I'm going to roll with the Buccaneers here.
Bijan's worse than Jameer.
All right, here we go. Stop.
Give me the Bucks on this one. I'll make it easy.
Going Bucks?
Yeah.
Broder?
Is that who you picked?
No, I haven't.
I'm going Falcons all day. It's home. Desmond Ridder rarely loses at home. They're fighting for a playoff spot.
He's a winner.
I smell a dove.
Is he? He's not Jimmy Garoppolo though level of winner.
Let him cook. That was a bad take.
Hey, I got a lot of those.
And Kenny Pickett.
Give me the Falcons. Give me. I'm gonna stick with
there
you
on
that one. I'm gonna stick with you. All right, next one. Colts at Bengals. It's kind of ugly. Gardner Minshew versus what's his name? Jake Browning, is it?
Yeah,
Jake Browning.
Hey,
I like Jake Browning.
You mean Joe Burrow?
Joe Burrow.
Junior.
Yeah. Junior. Okay. Here we go. Jake Browning.
The Jake Browning.
Nick, who do you have?
Give me the Jake Browning and the Bengals. Oh. Bengals all the way.
Jeff, who are you taking?
This is a tough one. I've been kind of like hyping up Jake Browning. He impressed me, man. And we both lost a bet.
One good game.
He's impressive.
He's
just an impressive human.
Yes, he is. No, I'm actually not kidding here. Like I was shocked. We texted. Remember the line for him was at like 350. I'm like, no
and
way.
I took the under. And
I said no way.
Take the under,
I took it at a higher line and still lost. Booner. Like it he passed for 350. Give me the Bengals and Browning.
I ride for the boys, man. When they text me a bet, I'm in. I'm putting a real on it. JB, who do you have in this? Colts, Bengals.
You guys are crazy. Give me the Colts on this one. Jake Browning's about to come down to earth.
I like that.
Minshew Magic, baby. Colts.
I'm going Colts too. You guys can keep
I love
the
that wide
Bengals.
receiver group.
That defense has been playing really good too, by the way.
Yeah.
I picked them up in fantasy because that defense the last 4 weeks, all 4 weeks double digits.
Cool story about fantasy football, Booner.
I don't know what that was about.
On to the next
one. Jags at Browns. Another backup quarterback battle. Nick, who are you taking?
Give me Miles Recchia backfield. Garrett in the Browns. Let's go.
I kind of like that.
I love that.
Let's go.
Trevor Lawrence is questionable. I don't think he plays, though. So it's going to be a backup quarterback battle. CJ. That Jags defense, that secondary suspect.
So wait, who'd you take?
I'm going to go Browns.
Okay.
I had to think about it because, man, CJ Beathard or Joe Flacco. Yeah, I'll go Joe Flacco.
JB, who are you taking here?
It's disgusting.
It's the battle of the backups. So give me the Browns.
Okay.
Wrong. I'm gonna go Browns too.
Wow.
Flacco, it feels like his old Baltimore team. Awesome defense, not much on offense. Hand it off to Jerome Ford. Just send it.
I've been trailing this Browns defense for a while, and last week they disappointed me because they had Joe Flacco. So I'm going to fade them now for the first time all year. I'm going to go the Jags. Wow. I think the Jags, if there's a chance Trevor Lawrence plays, I'd rather be on the right side of it. Let's skip that game because I think we all are going to pick the same. Let's skip that game as well. Vikings Raiders. Who do you have here? Vikings are 3-point favorites on the road. Nick, who are you taking?
Give me the Raiders, baby. I do not like the Vikings. I've been going against them all year, and every time I go against them, they win, but this time will be different.
Right,
Give me the Raiders.
Yeah, you guys are making me change my pick, so that's why I must be the presents. I went with the Jags earlier. I'm going with the Browns. Or excuse me, I went with the Jags earlier.
But
so,
I can't
Booner
take
so
like
no.
path, and I can't pick a different team to win the Super Bowl.
This is an NFL. It's a slate of games.
You could be right either way.
No, I'm just picking. I'm just picking teams. I think.
What do you do in this industry?
You
picked the right thing, right?
Yeah. No, you give takes. But this a weekly slate of NFL games is not the Super Bowl, Booner. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Who's good? Who cares if I pick the Colts?
How about this,
Vikings, Raiders.
I'm going Vikings. I'm going Vikings. Vikings.
JB, who are you taking?
Give me the Raiders on this one.
Raiders. I'm going Raiders.
I'm going to go Vikings as well. I think Vikings win this.
You're either going to climb up in the rankings here or move down.
I've played a couple with you
here.
All right, after that, Seahawks 49ers. I know I put this in here. They're a 12-point underdog. But is there anyone in this room? If there's no one in this room that doesn't pick the Seahawks, we'll skip it and we won't add it on. But is there anyone in here who thinks the Seahawks win this game?
No.
No one? All right, skip that then. Sorry. I wanted to feel the room out a little bit.
No.
I think they covered, to be honest. All right, Bills, Chiefs. This is a big one. Chiefs are 1-point favorite. I think they have 6 starters out this week. I'm pretty sure the Chiefs do.
A lot on defense.
Yes, and Isaiah Pacheco, I believe, is out as well. So they have some dudes that are out. Nick, who are you going to go in this game?
I think this is going to be a classic Mahomes game. No matter who's out, he's going to get the job done at home, at Arrowhead. Give me the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to pick the Bills despite all the injuries for the Chiefs. But if you have Sean McDermott doing 9/11 analogies, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs just for that reason. Yeah, that ain't. It's gonna be. I'm not even gonna go there.
You went Chiefs?
No, I was gonna say something. Yeah, no, I'll go. I'm gonna go Chiefs. Yeah. I'm not gonna make a
JB?
joke. JB,
give me the Chiefs on this one. Patrick Mahomes isn't losing 2, so.
Wow, I'm giving you another opening. I'm going Chiefs too, Booner.
I'm going Bills. You guys know my Bills. They're
They're
going to sneak into the playoffs and make something happen. Watch. This is the start of it right here. They're going to be 7-6 after this week.
Another Booner path.
Trust me, JB.
Yeah, give a path for the Bills.
I will. If you guys want me to on Monday.
No, don't do that.
She's got to shovel the path with snow.
There's a path for everyone, but it's about who's the leader and leading the front, and that's Booner for the Lions fans and the people in the streets. All right, Broncos, Chargers.
Pretty sure I'm the leader.
Nick, who are you? Nick, who do you got? Broncos, Chargers. Chargers are 2.5-point favorites at home.
Give me the Chargers. I like LA in this game. Broncos on the road. LA needs one.
Yeah, speaking of poor age takes, I picked the Broncos to win 10 games. So stubbornly, I'm going to go with the Broncos because they need to win 10 games.
You flip flop if you want.
No, that was my pick this morning.
JB?
Broncos
Nation. Let's ride.
Wow.
Let's ride.
This is going to be a good game, actually. I'm going to go Chargers.
Yeah, I'm going to hit Chargers as well.
Hit it, Booner.
At home, I'm going to take the home team. Home favorite. Why not? Screw it. Last game here. It's Sunday Night Football. This is actually going to be one of the best games of the week. Eagles at Cowboys, -3.5. The Cowboys are at home. This is huge implications for the Detroit Lions. For the Detroit Lions to still have a shot at the 2 seed, I think the Cowboys have to win this football game if you want any shot. As crazy as that sounds.
And the Seahawks to beat the 49ers. That'd be great.
That would be great as well.
Nice.
But I'll talk to you a little bit later about this other path with the 2 seed, because if the Cowboys, I talked about it on the show yesterday, and everyone understood. I'll talk to you later. Nick, who do you got?
Okay.
As soon as all the hype comes in, the Birds come into town. Eagles are taking this one every single time the Cowboys get too big for their liking. All the Dak Prescott MVP talk, it gets shut down in this game. Eagles go on to take the 1 seed in the NFC, and it starts kicking the shit out of the Cowboys in their own building.
Jeff?
Yeah, give me the Cowboys. I hate Dak. I hate the Cowboys, but I think they played well on the road. I think they get the W at home. Give me the Cowboys.
I will take the Eagles on this one. I will take the Eagles
so far.
Wow. I don't know. I've got a good feeling about the Eagles, but I really want to root for the... I can't believe I just said that.
That is weird that we're saying that.
I'm going to go with Cowboys.
Okay. I'm going to go Cowboys as well. I think to get the 2 seed, Cowboys have to win.
I don't feel good.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to go Cowboys as well.
I don't feel good about
Everyone in the chat, I see a lot of people actually already dropping a lot of Cowboys. Vincent said Cowgirls. Nicholas Duncan said 34-22 Cowboys.
I wonder what Mark White would say.
So there's a lot. Tell us about Mark White.
He would tell you that winter is here.
Score predictions when we come back, by the way.
Yes, winter is here. And if you're dreaming of a new home but feeling the pinch, we've got some fantastic news for you. Mark White & Associates, your trusted real estate experts, are here to help. Here's the deal. When you work with a Mark White & Associates realtor, they'll pay up to $5,000 of your closing costs. That's right, buying a home just got a whole lot easier. Imagine having an extra $5K in your pocket this winter. I'd love that. With years of experience and a commitment to making your dreams a reality, Mark White & Associates are your go-to team for all things real estate. This incredible opportunity won't last forever, so call Mark White and Associates today at 248-290-8242.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, September 13th.
Join now at any Metro Detroit location. Hurry, offer ends soon.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Just in time for football. Cannabis is dropping a new ice water bubble hash infused pre-roll called Honolulu Blue. It smells so good, it's like the whiff of the first playoff win in 31 years. It's a gassy, aggressive strain named in the honor of Detroit football. If you haven't had one of these ice water pre-rolls, you are missing out. So smooth. Find them at Dispo Dispensary for 25% off. Check them out online at www.canna.com.
All right, welcome back. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder on the Woodward Sports Network. Appreciate you guys tuning in. It's been a great show. I'm having a blast. I know I argued, yelled a little bit. You've probably gotten every angle of Booner that you needed tonight. As weird as that sounds.
You just put a picture in my head.
Yeah, I don't know if I want every angle.
Let's not clip that
aggressive right there, Booner.
Yeah, JB.
Aggressive,
Yeah,
baby. All right, let's hit. If you guys haven't yet, hit that like button for us. Easy's in here talking to the chat, going at people.
What's new?
If you guys,
Is it
if you
Pope
guys
Catholic?
want, if you guys want to shut Easy up, hit that like button. Let's get more likes than the heavyweights did last
Easy's
show.
cracking me up, dude.
He is wild, man. He's wild. I don't know how many likes the heavies had, but we're chasing them tonight. Screw it. They had 80. Let's get 100. All right, score predictions. Detroit Lions versus the Chicago Bears. Let's go around the room here. Score predictions and any big predictions. I'm obviously not going to give out my Booner Legacy play. I do that Sundays at 9:30 with Jeff Frady on the pregame show, so I won't be giving that out. Make sure you guys tune in to get the Booner Legacy play of the week. 8-1 so far this year. Let's do this, though. Nick, I'm going to start with you. Lions score prediction. Where are you going with this one?
Give me the Lions, baby. I'm going 28-27. We're going to score a lot of points, but we sure as hell cannot stop anything right now. So the Bears get 27. I believe it comes down to a final play in the final drive. I think the Lions pull out for a touchdown late. Lions 28-27. Justin Fields is going to run all over us. DJ Moore's going to have a day, but I think our offense steps up and outscores these Bears.
I like it.
Jeff, I'll go to you. I know you probably already gave yours.
Yeah.
Let's see what you have to
I
say,
think the
though.
Lions win this one 27-20. I think the Lions get up early, and they control this football game. Literally, time of possession. I think they'll control this football game. I think the Bears score a couple garbage time points, but give me the Lions by a touchdown.
JB, what do you think here?
I'll keep it simple. Lions 28-23 over the Bears. You got bend but don't break defense coming on strong at the end. So that's my final prediction.
Love
there you
that.
go.
Broder, the Detroit Lions beat reporter.
35-14 Lions over the Bears.
Wait a second.
Yep. 35-14. It's going to be one of those games. Might only be one Jared Goff touchdown, but there's going to be 4 other touchdowns sprinkled in there. Maybe a J-Mo rush, maybe 2 or 3 for Jameer, 1 for Montgomery. It's going to be a plethora of TDs.
Last time Broder called a blowout for the Chargers.
Crazy.
For the Chargers, that was close.
Um,
but he did get the Lions total points pretty close.
He did. We almost have the exact same score.
Wow.
Because I've been pretty adamant all week long that if you looked at last 2 years' Bears games, Lions almost lost or won a close one in Chicago to start the year, the first game, and then they were able to adjust. They saw what this team's like, and the Detroit Lions, this coaching staff had these guys ready the second game, and they blew the Bears out. I know it was at home. I know the kind of difference of home and away. But I still think 2 weeks ago you played the Chicago Bears. You had a close game. Probably shouldn't have won that game. But I think this team's going to come back, a little chip on their shoulder, saying, hey, you almost got us at our house. We're going to come in and dominate you. I think all of that together, Lions run game, the Jared Goff taking care. If he doesn't have 3 turnovers like last time, if he has 0 turnovers, they win this game by single-handedly multiple touchdowns. I truly believe that. I have the Detroit Lions winning this football game 34 to the Bears, 17 points, 34-17. I've said all week I think it's a 2-touchdown game, and I think they set the tone early, get stops, get touchdowns, kind of like the Saints game, but I think they finish the game off, and they pull away and stay far away the whole game long.
I love it. Do you know the Bears haven't won back-to-back games in the Eberflus era?
Let him cook.
Yeah. They did just beat the Vikings, so
Damn,
there's where that's
Broder.
coming from. But although it was ugly, they learned how to win at the end of the game.
Won 2 of the last 3.
What?
Won 2 of the last 3.
Yes.
Just because it's every other, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Is there a Booner path for the Bears to make the playoffs or no?
No, I would never touch.
I was
the
just
Bears.
checking.
Would never touch that.
All right.
All right.
I was just curious.
Let's do mailbag when we come back. We'll hit break here. When we come back, this mailbag actually probably will be very interesting when it comes to a lot of different. We probably are going to have a lot of interesting questions on this one.
On which one?
On this mailbag here.
Oh yeah, bring it.
All right, Nick, tell us about Planet Fitness though.
Yes, sir. You know about Planet Fitness. It is the home of the judgment-free zone.
You guys know we did Planet Fitness, right?
Yeah, we got 2 of them. Let's go. Shout out Planet Fitness. at Planet Fitness, they have a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full body workout in just 30 minutes. 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $10 a month, no commitment. Check out Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel. Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Let's talk about it. It is Outdoor Equipment Company, the official equipment provider of the Woodward Sports Network. It is Michigan grown, family owned. They have everything you need. Bad boy mowers, tractors, steel handhelds, even weed whippers, Liberty trailers, Generac generators, snow X-Plows and salters. They have it all. You can buy it, you can rent it, 0% financing, delivery right to your doorstep. That is over at OutdoorEquipco.com.
Yeah.
All right, we are back. Woodward Nights, baby, with Booner and Broder on the Woodward Sports Network. We've got a packed room here. We've got Hollywood sitting in the Maz chair today. It's beautiful. I don't know. Does it change from the Maz chair when Jeff sits in it? Is it like
no? It's the Maz chair.
It's Hollywood's chair.
It's Jeff in the Maz chair.
Okay. How does that Hollywood?
Hollywood in the Maz chair.
What do you call him?
What'd you say?
What do you call Jeff? The network or?
Oh, network, franchise,
The franchise.
LFA. He has so many nicknames right now, you know.
Yeah, Neil Rule JB's kind of just he's just kind of ran with it. I don't know how many we got.
I thought Neil was going to bring the good luck to the Pistons tonight.
Yeah, he actually made it worse. So
yeah.
Damn you, Neil Rule.
Oh, I love that. That was third on my list of rivalries. Is Jeff and Neil Rule.
This is an interesting question from Phil. Last year the Lions were making it fun, passes the stool, hook and ladders. Why not this year?
I think at times they haven't needed to.
Yeah.
I mean, you're still sitting there at 9-3, and there hasn't been. They have had some plays, but like last year, there was like you started 1-6. It was like we have to do something to get out of the.
There was no pressure. I mean, you wanted to win games, but we all knew last season, although it was close at the end, it was to develop this team and have some fun.
Yeah, think about this too. Ben Johnson has all these different plays in his bag. We haven't seen anything like the Penn stool. We haven't seen none of that. Think about if he's able to save that until the playoffs, and when you do get into a game versus like the Eagles or 49ers, and you're sitting there and you need a touchdown, you need something, Ben Johnson has his bag of tricks that he hasn't had to use, and now he's able to use them. That's when things start to really come out. This one, Phil, mailbag your college ERA and record, Broder.
Oh, I don't know if it's the most exciting, but thanks, Phil. I think it was around, I don't know exactly the rate. I think it was around like 4.8, 4.82. That number sticking out. You say best and worst game?
Yeah.
My best game was against Penn State. I got a no decision, but we won 3-1. I think it came out when it was 1-1. My worst game was my very first game ever pitching. I think the first batter I hit him. The second batter I walked. I think I hit the next guy. Literally, I got one out. Gave up, I think, 4 runs. Coach called me soft as an ice cream cone after the game.
Oh, damn.
I picked up. I did better the next game, but it was. I was nervous. I was nervous. Like that first game, I had no idea where the ball was going.
Oh no!
I mean, if you get hit with you're soft as an ice cream cone, that's like the.
It was directed at the staff, but I took it. It started with me.
Yeah.
We were up 15-0 at that point.
Damn. Soft as an ice cream cone. That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Look at you though, bro. You got better.
A good Dairy Queen ice cream.
That was before George Springer.
Great.
Everyone loves Sports Reference. Our own Matt Broder is on Baseball Reference with a 4.82 ERA.
Let's go.
23 strikeouts to 17 walks, 20 earned runs, 28 runs on the season. So it looks like your team didn't play too much great defense.
Yeah, let's say that. No, it was good. It was good team ball.
Yeah,
I was second in the Big Ten.
That's
second
awesome.
in the Big Ten in pickoffs. And I didn't pitch many innings. So, yeah, lefty, you got to get the pickoff, move over to first. I think it was like 7 in 30 innings or something.
Legend.
Broder's him.
Let's go.
He's him.
If you guys want to know as well, he's on Sports Reference. Guess who's on Real GM?
What's that?
Oh my God! See, Booner, we were talking about Broder.
I'm just saying.
Why do you gotta tie it back to Booner?
That's an NBA Real GM that has coaches. Go look up Real GM.
That's all. That's what the path is.
Sorry, I just want to. Paul. There was a great question though here, real quick. Chef, he said this mailbag. How likely is it that Bruce Irvin finishes the season with more sacks than Hutch? And if he does, is it a no-brainer re-signing for next year? I can guarantee you, 0% chance. Bruce Irvin.
Hey.
There's no chance.
I'm not shaking a little bit. He gets close.
He's not going to get close.
You think Irvin gets close?
What? He gets one a game. He still doesn't catch him.
Okay.
Here's the thing: if Bruce
he won't beat him in pressures, I'll tell you that.
It's an interesting thought because I don't think it's going to happen. If Bruce Irvin gets more sacks, that means there's going to be more opened up for Aidens, and he'll probably get more sacks. This is the goal. We need more sacks from the other side so Aiden can get more. So for Bruce Irvin to take over Aiden, 36, he'll probably have to get 8 sacks maybe.
Yeah.
That's tough. 8 in 5 games. That is James Houston on
no,
steroids.
he won't.
IT Hip said, Booner, if the Lions clinch the division, are you changing up your celebration from drinking the blue Kool-Aid? I will not change that up. I was talking about the blue Kool-Aid yesterday. There's some people in the comments recently who are like, this guy needs to stop.
Lorena.
Now I'm starting to go at some people now.
Why don't you, if they win a playoff game, you should just fill that blue, it should be blue Kool-Aid mixed with just alcohol, and then you chug it.
I want to do that now.
I would love to see that.
No one would even know though. Like it would be like people still like when I do it now, they're like, "Wow, that dude's drinking a lot of alcohol." In some of those comments, and there's nothing.
He's gonna end up waterboarding himself. That's what's gonna happen.
We get a sponsor. Maybe throw a little pint in there. You know.
Yeah, I record a lot of them. I get to see them behind the scenes, and you're about your craft, Booner.
One take Booner, and you know it's one take because a couple weeks ago I did it, I said the wrong record, and I got killed. And it's one take Booner. I do one take. I only got one chance. I've got one Kool-Aid thing.
1 take, 2 pumps, 3 strikes.
Oh, whatever that means.
Hey, yo.
Let's do this because Easy's put it in. Oh, actually, Easy's put it in here a couple times. Me and Broder, let's knock this off quick here. Top 5 MVP candidates as of right now.
What I believe?
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts, Brock Purdy, Lamar Jackson, Tyreek Hill.
Ooh.
Actually, instead of Purdy, Dak Prescott at number 2. No. Dak at 3. So we're going to go Jalen Hurts, Brock Purdy, Dak Prescott, Lamar Jackson, Tyreek Hill.
All right, I'm going to go number 1, Dak Prescott right now. I think he's in the lead. Number 2, this is where I said it last week. Tyreek Hill deserves to be in this MVP race. He is number 2 in my book. I almost would vote for him if I had a vote. Number 3, I'm going to go Brock Purdy. 4, Jalen Hurts. 5, Patrick Mahomes. I guess I don't know. I don't even know who to go with that 5.
So much confidence.
Yeah, I'm my list in order is tough, but I like Broder's list. I like your. You guys have it's all the same stuff. Dak Prescott, Brock Purdy. I don't think Brock Purdy should win the award.
He has the same exact record.
But he should finish second.
But he should finish second.
Same
that sounds like I'm being a hater.
He has the same exact stats to a T as Dak Prescott. To a T. Go look at it.
And I think Dak does more for his team.
Yes.
He has the same exact stats to a T.
It's wild.
As Dak Prescott.
And I like Brock, but I'd put Dak 1 at this point. I would
put Dak 1 too.
And that's tough for me to say.
Tyreek is number 2 for me. Tyreek deserves praise.
Tyreek should be up there.
If Dak and them end up falling off just a little bit, Tyreek keeps playing like he is, he might win the. I don't know if a receiver's ever won.
Until Jared Goff comes in, sneaks, and steals it away.
He's not in your top 5?
Not right now.
All right,
I think he might get there by the end of the season.
13 wins, as Broder stated before. Got to get those 13 wins.
Yeah.
All right,
hey, read the article. Read the article I wrote in June.
Hey, appreciate you guys all tuning in with us. Jeff, appreciate you coming on. It was awesome.
Thank you, fellas.
Maybe we'll start doing Jeff Fridays we talked about that a little bit. Maybe having you on Fridays.
We need to add an extra half hour of the show then.
Yeah, we'll do that for sure.
Jeff, you're welcome literally anytime.
Let's go. Love you guys.
We script out a couple extra segments here for Jeff to come on. But we really do appreciate you guys. Yeah. On your way out, if you have not yet, hit that like button. Let's get over 100. We will see you guys. We'll be back. Make sure you tune in on Sunday. Woodward and Maine is at 8 a.m. I will be on the pregame show with Jeff at 9:30, I believe. And then we'll have the stream, the postgame at Hamlin Pub. And then we'll be back Monday, hopefully for a Victory Monday at 8 p.m. and all of the shows all day. We'll see you guys on Sunday. Love you guys.